With nothing risked and nothing gained, take a risk or lose the chance. And if your why doesn't make you cry, then the price of success will probably be too high. But realize, your mind is like a t-shirt. When it stretch, it never go back to its original size. So just try. We all wanna get in big rooms for what we pursuing, but the biggest room in the world is room for improvement.
Are y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I'm not even gonna listen. They got Once again, just another podcast, episode 127. Let me turn y'all up. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
Great.
Feeling good.
Oh, make sure we didn't do sound check. That's my fault.
Yo.
They practiced that. Oh no, I know y'all are on. B Hood's behind the camera. Young Matt's behind the camera. Liddy's off to the side.
Yep.
Brother Els is in the building. Willie beaming.
Yo.
Now let her get her. No, let her get her Europe off. Chris Featherston. Make sure you say the Featherston.
It's his pod.
It's his pod.
Look, shut the fuck up, nigga.
That laugh was so fake.
He hates that shit.
And I got two lovely guests with us today. Chris and, oh my God, I'm bad with names. I know your name's Tiffany, right?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. You were late. What was your name? I'm sorry.
Anna.
Anna and Tiffany. Welcome. Before we start, like my baby always says,
Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Hit the bell.
hit the goddamn bell. Run them thumbs up. Welcome all the new people that are listening to the pod. If you found us on TikTok, make sure you go hit subscribe. It means a lot to us, everybody here at the gang. And share some clips, please. Duets, all that. We're sharing all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where do y'all want to start?
I like how everybody looked up.
At the beginning.
Genesis.
See?
Oh my God. And this is why we didn't pod last week, because I was like, yo, y'all want to run the pod? And niggas like, All right. I want to start with the Plain Janes get all the men.
Let's do it.
I don't have any Plain Janes in the room, so I don't know how y'all are going to feel about this.
I don't relate to that at all.
Oh, okay. Okay. I can't relate, Kadeem. All right. Let's go. Here's the clip. Oh, wait.
I just want to say this. That's not it.
Reset.
Jesus.
All right. Sorry about that. Copyright.
I just want to say this because this really been on my mind lately. I have nothing against the plain Jane females. You know, and what I mean by that, like the females who doesn't go out, the female who doesn't like get their makeup done, the female who doesn't really get their hair done often. The plain Jane females, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't have nothing against y'all, but why is it so hard for us pretty girls to come across a decent guy? It just seems like all the guys, the good guys, always like cuff the plain Jane females. And I feel like, you know, us pretty girls, and I'm not calling the plain Jane females ugly. I'm just saying like the pretty girls that's extra, you know.
She got an extra chin.
We love to dress up, we love fashion, we love keeping our nails and our hair done. And we just like to look good, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is, it's hard being a pretty girl because I feel like it's a curse. Because I feel like we go through so much, and I feel like we always got to prove ourselves to a nigga, for a nigga to realize like we are the one, like we good, we a good girl. But I just feel like, you know, being pretty is just a fucking curse.
Land the plane.
And you know, I done dealt with, you know, guys or whatever, and I done, you know, have a conversation with guys, and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm scared of you." Like, what? What you mean you scared of me? Like I don't be getting that. Like, what you mean? Why are you scared of me? I'm not gonna harm you.
React.
She's not making it no better. Y'all go ahead. Y'all want to start?
That was 2 minutes that wasted my life. What are you talking about? Ladies, do y'all want to go first?
I think she confused plain Jane with high maintenance.
Oh, okay. I like that. You guys speaking in the mic.
Because I said I couldn't relate, but she was talking about staying at home and not getting your nails done, your hair done, no makeup. That was me at the house.
And she
I
was an
wouldn't
average.
say I'm a plain Jane though.
She was average woman, but she made herself be a pretty girl because she is getting her nails, her lashes, her hair done. So she's spending more money to be a pretty girl That was one thing I noticed with her.
If you put makeup on a pig, it's still a pig, though. Not saying that young lady
It's
was
a pretty pig, but yeah, it's a pretty pig now.
Not saying. I'm just saying. I'm here.
She's a pretty pig now, though.
Okay.
Because some don't put makeup on.
But also, she was like, it's a challenge. Men don't really like the pretty girls. We'll just say that.
I think Anna. I like how she put it though.
The high maintenance.
Yeah, because I don't. Pretty girls are pretty without all that stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
And
yeah,
Go ahead.
So it sounded like when you deciphered what she was breaking through, talking about nails done, hair did. That's the maintenance part. That's the high maintenance part. So I could see if a guy was like kind of like taken aback by that, like, oh, you want me to upkeep that for you?
So the reason high maintenance don't get the guys because they'll leave quick. They used to doing stuff on their own. They need this, that. The girl at the house that's already naturally pretty, the plain Jane, like she's called, she don't need all that.
Mm-hmm.
So who's really pretty then?
The natural one.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I mean, the other girl's pretty too, but she needs a lot to be pretty.
Mm.
You don't think that was just her, like, subjectively? Because, I mean, like, tooting my own, I'm pretty both fucking ways.
Right.
So...
And I like to wear makeup and stuff too, but I can do either one too. Yeah.
I've seen that kind of narrative being painted by certain women, like, because when you, let's say you dated some guy and then you find out later he's married and you look at her and she's basic. She might be very pretty in the face, but she's not the type to make sure her makeup's done before she leaves the house.
How is that? Why is that basic?
Sneakers and stuff.
That's what I was about to say.
No, I'm saying basic, like base
simple.
model. Like she came out the house the way that she looks. And that's it.
See,
get him, Chris.
That is basic. That's what basic means.
Yeah.
No,
but it's basic on the surface level. I feel like the woman who
I meant that on the surface level.
Okay,
I didn't mean
but that's
basic,
that answers your question though. That's why he ends up going and gets with the chick who's not basic on a surface level. You look at her and you think she's basic, but she's really complex and very substantial on the inside, so she doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So she doesn't have to walk out the house every time without makeup. And I will say, Lydia, I'm not gonna sit here and say you're not pretty without makeup, but how will we know if you guys never leave the house without it?
Exactly.
I've never seen you without makeup.
What did the great Kevin Samuels used to ask him when they rated themselves? Fresh out the shower, no makeup, no nothing. What do you look like? Where do you rate yourself? Right? And most of that stuff is for other women. We don't really care about none of that stuff y'all talking about.
I wanted to ask the men in the room, y'all, have y'all ever been in a situation where y'all told y'all girl to go get her nails done and her put makeup on? Have y'all ever told her to do that?
No.
Not the makeup, but if her, keep the nails. Keep the pedicure.
Hold on. There's a difference. There's a difference.
It's like, oh, here's the, like, if you pay for it, like, here.
No, most of them you don't got to. That's maintenance. That's right. I like how she framed
But
that.
there's a difference between a pedicure and manicure. Like you're maintaining your hands.
I don't even mess with girls that got
versus,
long clickety clacks.
Yeah, versus you saying get all this extra stuff.
Yeah, no.
I've never been in a situation where I told any of the women I was with, yo, you got to go get your where your lashes at?
Where's your?
You know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna put them lashes on, girl.
Men tell us to take it off.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So.
But that's because they want you to stay in the house, like she said.
Yeah.
Plain Jane.
Basic.
Honestly speaking, like we're missing a point here. Like pretty girls can stay in the house too. Like, and I think plain Janes win because we know what we're getting out of that. Like some girls put all that stuff on, and you wake up in the morning and they look totally.
Yeah, you went to bed with a diamond cake, woke up with a gargoyle.
Who the fuck is this? Like I don't know who you are. I didn't know that's not what I picked up.
Yeah.
With the plain Jane, I get that same model every time I look at her. That's why that model.
Not every time. I mean, you can still look good with makeup. I mean, everyone's gonna look better. With makeup though. So you can be pretty naturally and look a million times better with makeup.
I think it's just about when you're leaving the house. Like, I don't wear makeup every time I leave the house, but most of the time I do put myself together before I
My husband hated that. He didn't want me to wear makeup every time. I had to like touch up just a little bit so I look good when I go out because that's what I'm used to. He didn't like that.
Do you guys put a filter on every picture you post?
Not post, but story. Story, yeah.
Silence.
Story filter, but post, no.
The silence.
Those
Chris, you put filters
really
on your
mess us
shit?
up.
No.
Filters are fun in your story, but not on your post.
Why do y'all?
I promise.
Chris gonna snap what you say.
Willie, you light skin. You put filters on your shit?
No.
Willie don't even post himself like that. I'm just saying that filter is the same thing. You like, dang, I don't even know what she really look like. It's so many filters, and then she got makeup. It's like 8 layers before I figure out the real her.
Exactly.
I had to peel the onion back.
Yeah, every now and then I post a naked face on the story just to like.
Lydia, why do you put makeup on?
Because I like to put makeup on. It's
Why?
fun. It's fun.
What's
It's
fun?
Like
no,
face
no.
paint
I'm
when
not.
you're a
I'm
kid.
not trying to talk down on what y'all do. I'm not
I'm answering your question.
No, but I'm saying, why is it fun? Go deeper. Why is it fun?
It's like face paint. I get to play with colors and draw different shapes and shit, and it changes my face. And it's
Yeah, it
wow,
like
look at that.
accentuates
shiny
the parts that we like.
Yeah,
Makes you look better, feel better.
it's
Okay.
fun.
Okay, so it makes y'all feel better.
But at home, I do
It's
like
not
a
about feeling better,
naked,
it's
comfortable
just, like,
face.
fun.
If it's fun, it makes you feel better.
Okay, whatever.
What do
It
you
does
mean?
make you feel good because it's different, and I look really good right now. I mean, I look
do.
good without it, but I look better with it. I think.
Y'all
But
gotta-
it's important to love yourself without it, so that's why it's the balance.
Okay, so let's go back to the plain Janes winning. Why do y'all think plain Janes win? Is it because they're low maintenance?
I think so.
Yeah,
Would y'all want a high maintenance man?
I don't even know what
No.
that is. What's that? Chris?
absolutely not.
Why?
Yeah, what is that? High
Kinda
maintenance
little
man.
bit.
I don't think I've seen
Why? Okay,
it.
let's say it like this: a dude with a high sex drive, a dude that needs his house cleaned more than average, a dude that needs
He's demanding.
He's very hungry all the time. He likes to eat all the time. He needs you to cook all the time. Let's
I think
just
I
go
had a
off of
high
those
maintenance
three.
man.
Would y'all want a high maintenance man?
No.
Why not?
He's high maintenance.
I was
We
gonna say,
high
is that-
maintenance.
Yeah.
Because it's give and take.
Okay.
It's too much. No, normally in relationships, one person is the opposite of the other.
The
So
compliment.
if he's high maintenance, then the girl probably won't be.
Okay.
In my relationship, that's how it was.
Okay.
But what you were mentioning, is that high maintenance? That's traditional.
That is
But you
high
know-
maintenance. He
Yeah?
needs a lot.
Home cooked meals, a clean house, and
I like
lot
how
of
y'all are
sex.
bumping heads on this right now.
Probably for more than one woman.
isn't that? I mean,
You're saying that's a regular guy.
yeah, I think that's
Okay.
a part of
I
it.
think,
material
but I
guy.
think we're talking in a
household.
circle because I feel like men aren't high maintenance.
I
don't think men
I
are.
went in a
simple.
completely different direction. Like when you said high maintenance man, I kind of thought like,
When are
I
you?
don't even know how to verbalize.
Think about it like
what
this.
Have
No,
you-
well, let's say high maintenance as far as you got to come out your pocket a lot for this dude. Let's do that.
Okay,
Because I
yeah,
think
that's a
He
different. He wants a
No.
lot of
No,
gifts.
that's
he
a
wants a
different-
lot
But
of.
I
He can
think
be
we
high
already-
maintenance on
we
his
already know-
own.
all your attention.
We already know the
God,
answer to
leave
that
one
because when a
alone.
man needs money from you, it's typically not attractive.
Yeah.
So when we look at high maintenance women, we're saying this is a bill right here. Like, why would I look at her if I can go get a chick that's naturally pretty and she don't cost as much, and she's still giving up the box just as much as you do? And to be honest with you, she don't really like leaving the house. She like leaving the house when it's really like real fun, like vacation, some substantial stuff. I don't got to worry about her at the bar every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I think with that,
that answers the question.
that's what I'm saying. The answer is
Will.
itself.
I think
Because she also said that they're scared of her. What would
I
they be
don't
scared
think-
about?
No,
Yo, hold on.
Like,
before
I think
before
they're
Willie
scared.
goes, before Willie goes, before Willie
Stop.
That was
before Willie
unrelated.
goes, y'all got it.
I'm scared of Shrek too, goddammit.
Y'all got it, man. Y'all got to
Okay, well,
stop.
say she
Sorry,
didn't
When
look
a
like
man,
that.
when
but-
a man prefers, like, doesn't prefer you, that doesn't mean he's not scared. It doesn't mean he's scared of you.
Listen,
Facts.
I think
Maybe
anytime,
I felt like she was talking about scared of the competition that pretty girls can have.
Okay, why? That's one.
okay.
As far as the you talking about as far as
Yes.
the men that are gonna be
yes.
coming,
Yeah, of course.
that man's already insecure.
Yeah, any dude that wants to
That's
get
why
with
he wants to plain Jane at home all the time.
But
Anyway,
then-
that's,
See, I don't even like the whole plain Jane thing because they be the real baddies.
they are.
But
They be the
then-
real
Yeah, the
baddies, and
naturals,
then, and
yeah.
then when they do hit that little contour, you be like, "Oh, she killing them today," and it's
But
a
y'all
one-off.
said plain Jane, so that's
No,
just
she
what we're
said
calling
plain
her.
Jane.
But
That's
they're
what
not
we're talking
really.
about.
Yeah.
Also,
You called him the base model.
Can y'all deal with?
Base model isn't like this. Is how I popped out my mama. I just grew.
Listen,
like this.
man,
I'm still
when you go to
fine.
Mercedes and you get the base model, don't got all the extras. It
But
costs
I'm
less.
not-
It's not as
But
good.
your car has the extras, so
I'm not mad at a man who doesn't want to deal with a
my
woman
base model
who's
still come with some upgrades.
who's
yeah.
in the midst of a lot of dudes. I don't think women want
Right.
that either.
Nope.
I don't think women can handle a man like that.
Nope.
Who knows that he can pull like that?
Well, some women like it though. If they're
It's
not
the
serious
ego.
about
It's
him.
ego though.
Right.
But y'all
I
can't.
mean,
and
if
when the
he's,
door closes, y'all
you know,
can't. When the door
respectful.
closes, y'all can't handle it because y'all in his phone 24/7.
Well, no, he wants the plain Jane at home, and then he wants the high maintenance girl on the side.
Yeah.
And he'll be buying her shit because the girl at home don't need
That
all
sounds
that.
retarded.
That's normally the
That sounds like you hustling backwards. Go ahead, Willie. I know you got
It
something.
is backwards.
Right.
It is backwards.
Hold
and
on,
they
hold on,
are.
everybody.
Figure it out.
Let my guy Willie get his bars off.
No, I'm listening. No, but I think I'm a little bit in the middle because I think for me, when I hear the term plain Jane, like when we're dealing with women, relationships, all women can start off one way, high maintenance, or they look pretty, but eventually they become plain Jane to us. Like at the end of the day, your beauty starts to level out. So we look at you as a plain Jane. So we've never seen a woman that just stays, oh, you're just all this. Eventually you level out to us. So you become plain Jane in our eyes.
Rolling.
Really?
You're not rolling, Elliot?
I'm with you.
I know, like if you're with a
No,
girl
you
and
don't.
that's
Show me
your
the
girl,
girl.
eventually
Show me the
all that
girl,
don't-
and I'll show you a dude that's tired of fucking.
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
But what I'm gonna say though is I've also been with women who are more like laissez-faire, and I do think there's something dope about a woman that can put herself together when it's time to go out.
Right.
Yes,
So I do
exactly.
want us to complement each other. So I do think that a woman, when she can dress, when she can put on the makeup, we can look good together. That's dope. And also like the ones that can be chill about it. I'm with Christo. I'm not big on the high maintenance, the constant like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that, or we can't even go to Walmart without you having to put on a fit.
Yeah, you got to put a fit
No,
on
I
to go to
don't-
Walmart.
I don't-
Come on, man.
Right, I don't want to do that. But going back to the idea that people are scared of approaching, I actually think because men are more self-aware, men have an understanding of the type or the attractiveness of a woman that's kind of in their sphere, right?
Yep.
So if you're a 6, guys are more self-aware to say, hey, if this woman is a potential 9 or 10, hey, maybe that woman is maybe out of my beauty league, so they'll go for the 8 or 9. Women are the ones who honestly are not as self-aware. So women, because they have much of more of an abundance mindset, Lydia still believes if Chris Brown comes in this room, she's got a shot. They said it on the show Thursday. That's true. Women have a much more like high level. They believe that they can get
a shot for what?
No, they whatever. Because Lydia believes that if she's wearing whatever, she's got a shot with the nigga that at least
For a
fuck him.
night?
Whatever.
Oh, I'm just asking. Everybody's got a shot for that.
Women just believe it.
What is
But at the end of the day, men are more self-aware. And the one thing about men,
Hold on, y'all.
Chris called this out about self-awareness for men. Men also understand that there's a certain beauty level where they do get intimidated by, okay, even if I get this woman, what would I need to do to keep her?
Yes.
So a man can be a 5, and like let's say she says, hey, I'm gonna date this 5. She may make the 5 work harder than she may make the nigga who's an 8 or
The
9
feather
because she's
stick.
exact 1000%.
Yes.
So men understand those concepts.
We do.
You know what's wild though? I think men will look at girls, the plain Jane, and we'll be like, "Yo, we can level her up too."
Oh yeah, we've seen all the movies on that.
I'm not saying y'all don't. I'm just saying I think sometimes women look at maybe the plain Jane man, like the average man, and they don't say like, "Oh, I can take him to this level." I think we look at the plain Jane chicken food line, like she could be a cashier at
We
food
look at it like
line,
projects.
and we be like, "Yo, she
we,
bad."
We see the bones, we see the structure.
Right,
We
right.
like, I don't know what
Right.
them khakis look like. I can do something with that.
Right, you see the physical, and that's it.
But people don't realize that men actually enjoy the idea of implementing and imprinting women in general. That's why certain older men like dating younger women. They like the woman who hasn't experienced
Boy, you
something.
motherfuckers came to pod
So
today.
they understand. So they like the idea of really expanding knowledge, expanding experiences. They love that idea. Men get off with that. So they want that woman that they can imprint. So Chris is right. They can see a woman and say, hey, I can do something with this woman. I can have her experience. Whereas certain women who expect, like, I've been flown out, all that kind of stuff, certain men will come to pull away from that because they're saying, hey, this woman's already experienced that. I want to be with a woman that I can imprint her. Right. I can improve my mental. I can put my beliefs into her. And women actually do a really good job. Especially that's why it's important to understand who women have dated, because women do a good job soaking up or leaning into what that man is. So if I meet you and I'm Muslim, let's say you're not really religious, but you really fuck with me, you'll start to at least understand some of the things of my religious beliefs because you fuck with me. It's true. Women will do that more than men will. And men enjoy that. They like the idea of imprinting women.
Right.
Because they like control.
Hold on, man.
Yeah.
He just threw me.
They
Hold on,
wanna
guys.
control
He just
the woman.
passed me the ball. Let me put the shot up.
Oh, I was going to double down. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I also don't want to pod with you guys for 8 hours today. I have to go get my baby. I was gonna take it one way, and then Willie just. So we got another topic up here. Where's it? Dating younger women, liking younger women, right? Why do guys like younger women? Obviously, there's always gonna be a stigma that women put on that, but we're gonna listen to this clip and react. Okay? Y'all ready?
Yep.
There we go.
I fucking love young women.
Slayer.
21 and 25.
21.
21 and
You're 33.
I'm 33 years old. It's been the best fucking experience.
I think I know why.
The best experience. Like, these women, typically very malleable, right? Very cooperative, extremely cooperative, right?
Kevin Samuels Jr.
Exciting. listen.
For sure.
No, let me tell you, because I'm just being very honest about my experience. Like, they don't have many negative experiences. So they do truly give you grace. I fucking love.
All right, that was a short clip.
That was the deepest part. How he ended it.
Yep.
The grace. No, but before I'm gonna let y'all air this one out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just let y'all go. Go ahead. Willie, you wanna go first? You alley-ooped it.
Yeah, no, I think he's saying exactly what we're saying. Obviously, men, we like cooperative, we like agreeable, we like smart. Younger women at times are a little bit more agreeable because they don't have as much trauma or things to impact to make them not as agreeable. We do understand as women get older, they've been imprinted by other men. They had other experiences, or they come in with some biases. I still will say, even with older women, some men can have the ability to overcome that. I can imagine, though, as a man, it's probably easier to imprint a woman who doesn't have some of those guards up or those traumas like younger women have. So I understand both sides, and I understand that for men, we want to be able to go into it with a woman, kind of shape some of those experiences, or we want to be able to come in at least with a clean slate. And some men understand as we get older, we're probably not going to come in with a clean slate. We're probably going to have to unpack a lot of things early on to get this woman to kind of where we want that person to be based on a relationship.
Facts.
I think what you're saying can correlate to the men that women desire too, because if a man is successful on his path, doing all these good things, he's not necessarily trying to deal with all this baggage.
Yep.
He's trying to get you and let's go, let's run it up. I'm not trying to sit here and stop and work through what didn't have anything to do with me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, your past didn't have anything to do with me, but I have to work through that. No,
Yeah.
I'd rather go get. And it's not. I don't even think it's the fact that those men like younger women. I think that's the age is just a byproduct of just the clean slate that you were talking about. I think we like to deal with that.
Chime
But go
in.
ahead.
Young women, I mean, yeah, like you said, they don't have a lot
Hold
of
on. I
experience.
gotta stop you for a second. How old are y'all?
I'm 30 years old.
I'm 34.
Okay. Okay.
So
Go
yeah,
ahead.
young women, it's a lot that comes with that, not just a clean slate. I mean, she's younger, so her body's more fresh, so it's not just the mentality.
It's not just that, but I do think, and it's funny because the woman in the clip, she was ready to shame him, called him Kevin Samuels Jr. He's 33, talking to 21 to 25-year-olds. Oh yes, shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. I've been on the internet a little bit, but I think what happens is when you guys were 21 to 25, weren't you talking to dudes that was in their 30s?
Definitely.
And then once you get 30, you only want to talk to 30-year-olds. And then if you see the guy that is our age, I'm 35, he's 36. Chris, what you
33.
33. You know what I'm saying? And if we was going to go back, if I was single, I'm going to get me a young 10.
If I was a man, I would too.
Yeah.
Okay. Unconventional.
And it's easy to control, like y'all said, and that's what most men want to do.
Control sounds so bad. It ain't
That's what y'all want to do.
But it sounds so wonderful in this room, because I know that this room is full of good dudes. But there are also some shysters.
There's a dark side.
There are some straight shysters that are 30 preying on the young girl because she's easily manipulated.
It's called red
AKA
shirting.
malleable, aka gives you grace, aka I can do whatever the fuck I want and she's gonna forgive me because no one else has scarred her the way I'm about to.
Right, really.
You're talking into the camera.
Right,
talking to the mic. Thank you. There you go.
But I'm just saying, so I don't have a daughter, but if I did have a daughter, I would almost tell her to be very careful with that. Messing with them older dudes, because just because they're older than you and they look like they got it together doesn't mean that they're a good person.
It's the intent.
I agree.
Right.
They could very well have it together. I think intelligence, I always tell my daughter this, I'm like, intelligence isn't necessarily the greatest thing. It's about the direction. You can have intelligence and use it to manipulate people. Right. So I agree there is a dark side, but I wanted to ask y'all, when y'all were younger, why did y'all like older men? Because that's the flip.
Yeah, great follow-up.
Need that direction.
Yeah, the security.
Mm-hmm. Like father figures.
Okay.
We all got daughters in here. That hit me different.
What about you, Lydia?
No, it did. It's like, hold up. Like a father figure. You didn't have
one. And stable.
No, I had one.
No, I'm saying, but even to say that, though, it's still like, damn, for real.
You want a man to protect you, provide, just like your dad did.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a degree
like my
of
dad.
security.
And the women that don't have dads, they want that from a man.
Okay, but also,
Totally agree.
Like on a more surface level, there's a degree of security that's attractive and yada, 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 yada. But when I was 20, early 20s, I'm still 20, I'm 27.
Oh.
When I was younger and I was dating the older dude, it's because I felt like we were doing grown-up shit.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
Grown up shit. The niggas
That the
sorry.
dude that the
Yeah,
dude
dudes
around
that
your
were my
age couldn't do. Yeah.
Couldn't take me to do the things that the older
There
dudes
we
were
go.
doing.
There we go.
You wanted a nigga to trick off on you.
Grown-up stuff.
That's what it was. You were doing grown up
Big
stuff when
girls
you weren't supposed to do
stuff.
it. And now that's a problem. Now that you've reached an older age, now you can see the mistakes in that. So now you have that experience, but those girls don't have that experience yet. And just to piggyback off the original, men are builders by nature. So if we have something that we can see that the finished model, we don't really want that model. But if we can go into something and we can build and craft, that's more
Yeah, to
attractive.
my liking too.
Yeah, right. To my liking, I can make you exactly what I want.
Exactly.
That's
control.
that's
total
a-
controng.
that's-
Domination.
It's not about control, though.
Domination.
It's not
What'd
about
you
control.
say? You said I can make you what I want you to be.
Domination.
Domination.
But I'm not controlling you. That's not that. I can make you what I want you. All right,
If
so
you're
wait,
making
wait.
her what you want, that's control,
No,
right?
the real
no,
word
it's
is like he
not.
keeps
No,
saying
it's
is
not.
imprint. I'm
Molding
imprinting
her.
So how about this?
Brainwashing
How
her.
about
Damn.
this? How about this? How about
Brainwash.
this? Women always say you can see a guy that's like dogs women, but they'll see them like I can change him. Is that control?
Yeah, but we're wrong.
No, because she don't got no control. Normally, she wants to change him, but she won't.
But is it control?
She
Are you
won't.
trying to control him?
She can't control that man. That's
I
why
didn't
she
say
wants
that. I
to.
didn't
Not
say that.
control, but
Is
we're
it
really trying
control?
to help.
No,
you know,
she can't build
build
a good
partner.
So you're helping,
Partner
but we're
for
controlling.
us.
You're helping, but we're controlling. You see how the narrative switches?
That's a trauma
What'd you
response.
say though?
We're not, I
Make
said-
her
I
into
just
like a
what
woman
you want her to
that's
But
be.
he said the
The
same thing.
woman
Hold on,
knows.
time out.
You said change
But
the
we're
man.
not-
You didn't
right,
say
we're
make
not-
him.
Exactly. That's the
Right,
same
and most of
thing.
the time we can't change. We come to the
on.
That's
conclusion
not the same
you
thing.
can't
Because
change
if she
him.
was a man that was weaker or younger than her, then yeah, as a
Hold on,
grown
hold on.
woman, I
So-
can change a younger man a lot easier than I could a grown man.
So why is it
So it's the
why?
same concept. If she's a cougar,
No, if she a baddie and she could get you to do some things, you probably wouldn't.
No, I agree. No, I know 100%. Older women are way more savvy for younger men. I've
Yes.
seen it and
the
experienced it.
same as older
Yeah,
men
100%.
with
I
young
agree with that.
women.
I agree with that.
Exactly.
But why?
But
does
would
it
you feel
help?
like it was manipulation and control?
It is.
I think,
I'm asking Willie.
I think older women, though, because they have an understanding of what they want, I think they can sometimes go with younger men to try to get them to marry them, build relationships,
Same thing a
invest.
man
yeah,
does.
100%. But it's still that idea of like saying, hey, I have an end goal. As women get older, their goal is more towards relationship and marriage. So I can see them going back to younger men and knowing they know how to kind of tap into that man, manipulate him, control him a little bit more.
Not
to
for
get him.
marriage.
Oh, absolutely, they can. Women, as they get
If
older,
he's a young man, he's probably just a play toy for her.
No. Because you're probably thinking a bigger gap. I'm thinking if I meet a 31-year-old woman and I'm 27 years old, this 31-year-old woman, when you guys cross over 30, marriage becomes more into reality. Now you're starting to go against the clock. That 31-year-old woman knows how to talk to a 27-year-old man and say, hey, how do I show up for this man to make him want to be with me, stay with me,
And depending
marry
on
me?
his status,
100%.
So does she want him to lead? Because it seems like she's the one in control.
No, she's
It's almost
not.
like she's trying to grow a potted
Exactly.
plant. Like,
Let my man get his point on.
But you guys don't. You guys don't understand. A woman knows how to make a man feel like he's leading. Women are good.
Yo.
They're savvy. They know how to
hit something for him right now.
No. Drop one of Clue's bombs.
Say it one more time, baby.
No, so what I'm saying is a woman knows how to tap into that man and get him to make him feel like he's leading.
Yep.
Older women, they just know how to talk to you different. And I've experienced it in 2 different age groups. When I was in my late 20s, I've experienced it in my late 30s. When a woman in her 40s, 41, 42, she knows what to do. She knows how to talk. She knows how to communicate. She knows how to pay attention. She could regurgitate your words right back to you that you said 3 days ago. Women get good at that. You guys get skills. You guys gain experience. And what I'm saying is women, when they're older, we don't call it manipulation. They just know how to be more intentional. That's the buzzword.
It's still manipulation.
Right. But what I'm saying is it's sugar coated with intentional. So when women get up and go to their friends and say, "This year I'm gonna be more intentional about getting married," you guys say, "Oh, that's great. You're go get him, girl." But no, you just know how to go in and show up in a way to manipulate him to make him feel like, "Hey, I want to be in a relationship with you." Control him, exactly.
Manifest.
You know, the old
Yeah.
did all
Thank you, Brother Willie.
Which is
make him think
witchcraft.
it's his idea.
Which is she called it witchcraft.
It actually is.
We gotta take away the negative
That's why he's saying
connotation on
intentional.
manipulation.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. It's not.
And
Like
that's
we're
not
all
way back.
manipulating to a degree.
But Chris,
The-
and at the end of the day, bro, it's influence, and we have to influence in all spaces in our lives. At the end of the day, for me to go be with a woman, I'm not gonna just want to be with you just because you're fine. I'm not gonna just be with you because you look this. You're gonna have to influence me. You're gonna have to show me things. You're gonna have to take me from point A to point B to point C. There's nothing wrong with that, and I want you to.
And what if I told you as my wife, yo, I've been basically using the things that you like or the things that you think are cool and the things that you don't like or your triggers in a positive way, and we look up in 10 years, we're in a mansion with 3 or 4 cars and other businesses and all that stuff. I basically, in hindsight, I manipulated you.
Chris,
But the intent was to get us here. You know what I'm saying? Why? I think we need to take away that negative
you're
connotation.
100% right, because she just used the word. She just used the word. It's like you said, leading.
Mm.
When any leadership, any business book, you have to learn how to influence. You have to learn how to tap into their needs and wants.
Yep.
You're gonna have to do things to literally manipulate certain situations for the person to come follow you.
Right.
You're not gonna lead blindly.
Those older men and women that do that to younger people have been through that
Absolutely.
with a person their age,
Agreed.
most likely. So the man's taking his experience. You talk about what he learned from his other relationship and now uses it on the new younger woman, which my husband is doing right now.
Right.
So I know all about
So
it.
you know the best leaders were up under other leaders. They've seen other leaders move like that.
Yeah.
The
It's
most
still manipulation.
Yeah,
though.
but guess what? They got to see it from someone else. They got the experiences. These leaders, these CEOs didn't come out as CEOs. They were VPs. They were GMs. They saw other people lead and direct them, and then they said, "Hey, I need to be able to do the same."
It's about
That's
that.
how they got there.
Yeah.
Like,
It's about the
that's
end
not
game,
people.
yo. So most of these dudes' end game be to just get some box. They been manipulate to get box. But you need to find the man that's going to manipulate and kind of mold and manifest, or whatever word you want to choose to get us
the
to
house and
a
everything.
longevity or something that's big or something that is aligned with what your end game goals are.
Well, that's
Your
a good
end
man.
game
That's a
isn't
good
necessarily
man.
just to give up, right? But I think it's just the short-minded versus the long-minded. I mean, the big picture.
You try and get
No,
a good
but
picture.
Chris, but you're
You could do good or bad.
But this is the thing.
It's the good or bad. It's the intent.
But men approach women initially, like you said, probably our first 30 days, we're thinking of box. That woman does something in that space to influence us to see her past that.
Yes.
So there's an influence game that's happening from the very beginning. How do we make the transition from, oh, I just want box to long-term relationship? Something's happened in that dynamic.
Bruh, the dating world is nothing but manipulation.
Right.
It's just about aligning with
easy to mold.
each other's end game vision. That's all it is. It's about what do you envision. That's why that question. I love that question. I know a lot of people hate that 5-year where you see yourself in 5 years. But if we're both being honest, that go ahead and sets the game up right there. So now we're both manipulating each other or just helping each other. If we both know the intent, we're both helping each other to
Tapping
get
into
where
each
we
other.
need to go. It's really no difference. It's just that we don't tell each other what our end game goal is. And then we look up, oh, we got manipulated.
Chris.
But if I just told
Well,
you,
that's
if I just told you I'm just sitting here across from you at this table because I want to fuck you, you know what I'm saying? Would it then be manipulation? I think it's the blind side of the
And Chris, and women, I'm telling you, they don't come in and say, you know what, my goal for you is 6 months to marry you. So I'm going to learn what you say. I'm going to learn what you like to cook. And I'm going to do everything I can so you can put a ring on me so you can fucking take care of
Control.
me for the next 20 years of my life. They don't say that. That's not how they show up.
No, they don't.
So guess what? They're showing it in other ways.
and men.
Chime in. Hold on. You ain't said too much on this one.
I mean,
Because, you know.
Because women are good at it.
I've learned you cannot change men. People are gonna be who they want to be, and you just choose to deal with that or not.
Yep,
and
that's the truth.
You got
if you can't find like a leading man with good intent,
And as an older woman, that's
you got to
harder
start looking
find.
at where you're
That's why they
looking,
look
and
for
we
young
might go
women.
for younger men because
The older woman's more of a challenge,
I think.
and
but
they don't want a challenge. They want to control, like y'all said.
but we're challenging ourselves in different ways. I don't necessarily want the challenge in my bedroom. I don't. I don't want to have to
Right.
jump through hoops with you. I'm sorry.
No.
Men don't want to have to do that. And especially I'm talking about the men y'all want. You know what I'm saying? The men y'all want or a good woman wants, he don't want to do that. When he want to come home and he wants that shit to be seamless. He don't want a woman that's a challenge. I'm sorry. That's not attractive.
Cooperative and agreeable.
Now I'm not saying he wants a woman
long
that
as he has good intent.
Right. And
Well,
I'm not
that's
saying
because
for the
he's
family,
normally
it's
not
for
on
us.
the level of the older woman. What she's asking for, he can't provide and don't want to. That's why he's going for the younger girl that sees everything he's doing as,
Right.
oh my
All high
God.
and
When the
mighty,
older
yeah.
woman is like, okay,
What is the
that's
older-
regular. That's
what is
regular.
the
You should be
older
doing more than
Supposed to do
that.
that.
what is the older woman?
That's
Not rolling.
What is the older woman looking?
Yeah, because what is she doing special? Oh, you fucking me? Well, nah, that's regular.
If the older,
No,
if the
when
older,
she's
if the-
cooking and
wait,
she's
wait,
keeping
wait,
the house
wait.
that sound real regular, like you said earlier. Don't make it big now.
Right,
And
but-
having your
but it's-
babies.
He's just paying the
Hold on,
bills.
y'all. If the
Oh,
older woman
man.
was really on her shit, why is she still out here?
What do you
Answer
mean
that
out
for
there?
me.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Outside, looking for somebody.
She gotta like
No.
check herself.
Hold on.
If
There's too many
that-
people talking at once.
Let's not
There we
leave.
go.
Let's not leave
She's
that
not out
point right
there.
there.
She's
If
with
she
him.
is,
He
she-
leaving her for the younger
before,
one.
Wait, before they meet, she's out here.
She
by
ain't out there.
herself.
She with him. And he like, nah, she's too
I would-
hard.
She was available.
She was available. So if she really had a plan, or if she knew what she was doing, why is she available at this older age?
Okay, so why are there so many available older women? Because the men
I
are
wanna know.
leaving them
Yeah.
for the younger ones, is what I'm saying. saying.
why are they? Wait, why are men leaving
Yes.
though? There's
Because they don't want to
asterisk of
work
that.
hard enough.
Hard enough to. No man wants to work. He just said men don't want a challenge when they get in their
Exactly.
household.
That's the
Men,
problem.
men like what? Willie, say it one more time.
Cooperative and agreeable.
Say it one more time.
Cooperative and agreeable.
Okay, so why would I want to fight for? Why would I want to go head to head or for a challenge?
At the
Why is
crib.
Exactly, at the crib. Why is this older woman available? Why are so many older women single and still have to go for younger men? Why? Answer that for me.
I don't think you understood my point. There's older women available because the men are leaving them for the younger ones.
Why are they leaving
So
them
that
for
means because, like
Why?
you said, the younger ones are more agreeable. The older one present as challenge. They don't want
Why
that.
wouldn't the older woman be more agreeable?
They are saying y'all are saying the same thing.
Right. The man don't want the challenge because he don't want to be, instead of being like a business owner, he wants to work for someone. Maybe he's at the point in his age where, you can't be a waiter no more. Like, you too old for that.
What are you talking about?
No, I was like,
I'm talking about challenges.
Where
We're talking about work. We're talking about providing. We're talking about level up.
No, but
if
that,
you
no.
still providing on a certain level,
the older woman is
you might
not.
need
The
someone
older
younger.
woman is not the CEO level. I don't think that's what I'm saying. That's the different kind of challenge. A man goes and becomes a CEO, so he doesn't have to deal with those kind of women. You can't put those two in alignment. That's not the same challenge. I think we want women because we want what y'all are made for. You look at a woman, you get good feelings, right? You get good feelings, her touch, all this stuff. It's all this soft intimacy stuff. That's what we want from y'all. We don't want to come in here and put the gloves on with y'all. We've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing it so you guys don't have to. So then we do it so you guys don't have to. And then we come home and y'all put the gloves on.
The moment we lose spark, y'all ready to go outside, y'all spending time more time, and y'all outside with the young women, and we're fighting
time
for
out, time
our
out.
family.
Why are we losing the spark? See, this is
There's
why I
no
was talking about
accountability
competition
here.
anxiety. If I'm a man, I got to keep
no
getting it.
accountability.
I gotta keep no.
He just said, she's affectionate, she's all that. Women,
so is the girl.
So why are they losing the spark?
No, but I'm gonna say this. There's a lot of things that happen in life that causes us to have to work. Let's say it like this: when y'all have children, y'all go through postpartum, right? Y'all don't necessarily want to have sex anymore. Y'all just leave it at that. Y'all don't work
And
to
y'all
build.
out.
No, I'm saying y'all, but there's still work. That's the difference. If I lose my job, I gotta work to go get it. Y'all don't work to get your sex drive back. Y'all don't hit the gym. Y'all just say,
leave it
love
right
me
there.
for
Take
who I-
me- Yep.
Say y'all now.
Hold on, y'all
Right,
just say
don't
no
say
because I
y'all.
know you be working out. I know you be working out.
And we respect that. But what
I'm
he's saying is most women would be like, well, just love me for how I am. But if I was a guy and I got fat and she leave me, that's on me.
As the partner, he should be supportive in helping her get back because
Instead, he's
postpartum
looking at everybody else.
It's more a
It's
chemical
real.
imbalance than
It's real.
It's
get that.
really real.
Take it off of
But-
postpartum
and,
and
the
having a
man needs
kid
to
though.
be
We see girls go from
understanding.
20-something to 30-something and they done
Okay, so
gained
they done
20
got
pounds.
comfortable,
Yeah,
right? But
same
why did
difference.
she get comfortable?
Because we made it comfortable.
it.
I think there's a
Exactly.
gift and a curse to security.
So you got to
What-
keep it 100 with each other the whole time.
What got you the security? Keep it.
Exactly. You got to stay how you are in the beginning is how you need to.
You have to
be
try. You have to
throughout.
try.
And a
Hold on,
lot of time,
I got a quick question for y'all because we
people
talk
die
about this
down.
all the time, right? And I feel y'all because I'm always on that competition, stay tight, blah blah blah.
Yes.
When you first meet a person, right? They always joke me because I'd be like, I'm not passing gas in front of my girl, none of that shit. I don't do none of that shit.
Really?
No, I'm going to the. Why would I? If I was dating a new girl, would I do that?
Oh yeah, you need to get
So
comfortable.
what?
I like that.
Nah.
I like that. Don't be farting in
seriously.
front of me just because we've been together for a
No,
long
bro,
time.
seriously. No, this is
I
how.
like it.
I agree with her.
I feel it. Huh?
Me and my husband fought about that.
Yeah, I agree
I'm
with
not
you.
doing that.
No,
I
she's
would be
agreeing with us.
I would tell him go in the
I
bathroom
would
or
be
something.
uber disgusted if that shit happened in front of me.
Yeah.
I agree.
And why would I do it? Because if I was out here getting girls, I wouldn't do that in front of none of them.
Exactly.
No matter how comfortable I was with her. So I don't keep the same energy
like
for the girl
that.
I'm with. That's why I say, yo, all the clips of me saying keep dating your girl, keep taking your girl out. Why would I not give her the same energy that I would get if I was single?
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Why would I not set them same vibes? So why am I blowing my ass in front of her? That's weird.
Well, I feel like men, that's why they go for the younger girls, the new relationship. Because that
that's
old
weird to me.
relationship, it has like a lot more work.
That's what we just said.
And you get
They,
comfortable.
those pretty girls become plain Janes to us. So we're saying, how do we keep that energy that we have?
That's
when
the
we're-
spark. Like you said,
the
you lose
man
the spark.
has more
I'ma
pressure
tell y'all.
on him.
I'm gonna
Okay,
tell y'all.
we'll
I'm
roll
gonna
with
tell
it.
y'all, yo.
Go ahead, bro.
Men are big on risk management. We like to mitigate. We like to cut percentages. We like to do all that. The plain Jane chick is less of a risk. Period. The chick that you have to fight all the time is less of a risk. We like to keep the stuff seamless
So
when
they
it comes
weak
to the
men,
household.
period.
No, but a
Oh,
seamless.
man.
No, a
What?
That's what
seamless.
you're saying.
No, 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 no,
Outside, they
no,
wanna be
no,
strong.
no,
That's what it
no,
sound
no,
like.
no, no, no.
Don't
wanna fight hard.
Y'all
That's
love,
respectable.
y'all love a man that'll break his back for y'all, but y'all not gonna stay after that. After he breaks his back. Y'all not gonna do that. Y'all
Back
love
off,
y'all think,
fractured.
y'all love that whole like white knight. He gonna die for me stuff, but y'all not gonna stay down when shit get tough.
That's because when we get old, he finds a young one.
Right. As soon as
No,
we had a
but y'all
baby,
are
and
already-
we
did
gained
all
a little
this work,
weight, he looking
and
at
you
the other girls.
Bro, I'm telling
I gotta
you-
start all
I'm
over
telling
right
you,
now in
that's
my
not
life at 30.
That's
But
not a weak man. You want a smart
Not a
man.
good
You don't want a man that
No, you're
just.
30? You say you about to start over?
with 5 children.
Oh, shit.
God,
You got 5 kids?
where?
Hold on. We gotta take, no, hold on.
Been together for
No, she got 5 kids.
Starting over.
starting over. We
They
just
don't look like
separated.
this with 5.
Right.
We're gonna,
He's
we're gonna
got a new
salute you
young
for that.
girl, just like
know
everything
what?
we're talking about.
Oh, that's why
We-
you keep going into
You know, no.
he retired
No, we
me
do.
at 30. Hold up now.
Damn. With 5?
I tried to keep myself up. I was low maintenance at the house.
You know what?
We're gonna go shoot his club. I mean, his crib up.
No.
Oh my! You
That might have been a problem too.
Hey, we just
Right.
we just spending the
No edits. We're keeping that.
Hey, I'm about to switch the topic anyway. Does anybody
No,
need to
no,
use
no,
the restroom? Does anybody need a break right quick? Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell if you can't coming back. Hey, we just finished off a little break.
Podcast, Daddy.
Where y'all want to go? Monogamy benefits men more?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
What out there?
Never heard that.
No, she about to go crazy.
She gonna go nuts.
And the truth about monogamy is, and the truth about monogamy is even made to benefit men, and polygamy benefits women. Most men are not rich, and reality is in the animal kingdom, females typically do the choosing. Polygamy benefits women because then the Kobe Bryants of the world get to have the multiple wives and concubines, so everybody, all the women get a man. The issue is broke men don't get women. So monogamy is the way that we can ensure that average Joes get to get married too. And the truth about
Bar them niggas up.
Hey,
I don't know. She sounded like she was cooking to me.
She was cooking. I can't even be mad at that.
Broke boys.
I don't know. The broke boys
boy.
still think that they can get more than one woman.
Oh man.
Because they be out here slinging
They
dick.
do, right? They do.
That shows
Because they do.
That's your fault.
No, hold on. That shows the shit is broken.
Yep.
Period.
Right.
Yeah, even what Lydia said. See, this is what's poor about it. Women don't understand. No, it's really a fractured mindset of women. Women are the persons who allow men to believe what they can have access to.
Mm-hmm.
If women weren't fucking broke guys, they would not believe that. The reason why broke guys believe that is because of what Lydia just said, because of the Lydias of the world.
Yep.
You validated this man to be broke because you fucked them. But if before you lay
Damn.
down with him, you said pull your W-2 out, the guy would be like, oh shit, and then you got up and leave, he would
What's
say,
a
oh
W-2?
goddamn, pussy means I have to make a certain amount of money. But so every time you lay with a nigga, you guys are validating them to be broke. Stop fucking them.
She's like, but
But we don't want to be gold
You would have
diggers.
never known that because you would have pulled his
Look at her
W-2 out
face,
before.
bro. She's
I'm
still thinking
Lydia,
about
do
it.
you have anything? Because I want you to get the space to come back at that. Because he did come at
There
you.
is no comeback.
Listen, there isn't, because everything you're saying is true, but they do be slinging dick.
Okay, respect.
Broke ass Ray Ray
But
drops the pipe
this is
off.
this is what we talked about before.
And they might be using the last of their rent money and everything else to get to whatever.
That-
And then it's like, oh well, I really live with my baby mom.
Right.
That's
That was my
why y'all
husband.
have to check. Y'all
was my
have to
husband.
lead logically. Men be trying to bring y'all to our side and help y'all because y'all lead emotionally. Y'all see the things that spike those emotions, and then y'all end up in the bed with him after 2 weeks and find out that he don't really own this car. You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't his car, Chris.
But that's what I'm saying. Y'all
That was a
have
vet's
to-
car, Chris.
Y'all have to vet these men accordingly. But I will say this is something that we talked about. This society segments y'all's attraction levels. Y'all have a primal attraction and y'all have a societal attraction.
Yes.
Y'all have to bring them together or decide or learn the different voices. Learn where you having a primal attraction to somebody. He had broad shoulders. He got the nice car. He looked this way. That's a primal attraction. Won't necessarily lead to those societal goals or those societal ends that you want, but you have to learn how to decipher those voices because this society doesn't. The men, like we talked about with what's his name, DJ Academics. In this society, you don't necessarily have to have the intangibles to get the bag. You don't. Right. You don't have to be honorable. You don't have to know how to fight. You don't have to know how to protect women. You don't have to have integrity. You don't have to have any of those things to make money. So therefore, it leaves y'all in this funny gray area where y'all can get bamboozled.
Yeah.
You know, the thing about that is all this learning you said, you have to learn how to do this, you have to learn how to do that. You know, that takes time. And
Indeed.
That's why women don't understand those things until they're older, but then it's past your time or whatever.
It's past your time, man. You probably had a baby with Ray Ray.
But now I'm smarter.
Yeah.
But okay, who's to say for the girl who has the father who's saying all these things and she don't want to listen? You know what I'm saying? Where's that gap and how do we bridge it?
I can't speak to that.
It's not even about the father, bro. It's not about the father, because if you think about it, a lot of women have good fathers in their life. They just go a whole different direction. Hold on, before you interject. If we look at the stats, how many women or how many black kids, period, come from a single parent household?
A lot. I don't know the stats. I know you and Dean.
About 70, 71%.
Yes.
Right? So it's single black mothers. A lot of those single black mothers were not wives themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't know the direction to go to already off jump. So if you're thinking about how these women interact in society and they're looking at how they're going to get the man with the bag and they're going picking Ray Rays, their mom picked Ray Rays.
Mm-hmm.
It's a deep thing, bro. Like,
and it's easy for them to be a side chick because their moms.
Because their moms were side
yeah.
chicks, and that's hard to grasp that a lot of moms were side chicks, but
that's why polygamy. If you're gonna be a man that sleeps around, polygamy is better.
Yeah, for sure.
Because at least the women know. You know,
it's
he's
the
got
honesty.
two,
it's the
but
honesty
we're both taken care of.
Right.
In a monogamous relationship, once somebody's getting left, or he's cheating and keeping his separate life, or whatever.
It's a tighter.
So monogamy, I think, benefits men though, because he's got control and dominance. He's building with that woman. As where polygamy, it's like the women all talking about like this man has to do for all of us, so he's more of like a slave.
But I think what the comment was
no.
What the comment was saying is that if we look at the origin of polygamy, especially back in ancient times, the idea was that the man with the most status, the most resources, were the ones that became polygamous. So that means was like, hey, if I'm in this room and I'm doper than all these guys, I have more money than all these guys, you wouldn't cipher off and go him to him. You two would come to me. It would leave these guys womenless. So what she's saying is that in a true polygamous state, the guy that had the most resources that could really take care of women would be the one that would get all the women.
Yeah. Right.
And the ones that really couldn't, the broke guys, would literally not have any women. What he's saying is what monogamy did was allow everybody to say, well, you're with him, so you can't be with him too, so you got to go with him even though he makes less. So we live in a society that says, oh, now everybody gets one, so it allows guys with less resources to have one.
It actually flips the script.
Right,
everybody doesn't get one because women outnumber us.
Right,
right, that's what I was about to say.
Right, so but what I'm saying is that in the idea of true polygamy would only be given to the most elite. It would be given to the 1%, the 2%.
For sure.
It was
That's a rich
pushing
man's game.
pushing your narrative of women. This can actually make men better.
Right.
I think it would actually force integrity, honor, all those things. I think it helps because those men back then, you couldn't bamboozle the system.
Right. And
you had to be able to.
I had a castle and you had a hut.
And
It was no arguing.
Remember, multiple women.
Clear separation.
This is where women don't even understand this. They don't even understand their power. Women back in the day, the amount of women you had was a status symbol.
Facts.
So you only got women based on your status.
Yes.
So if you had 5 women, they were like, automatically, if I told you I had 5 wives, you're like, oh shit, what
He's
did you
that
do?
dude.
He's that nigga.
Yeah.
He's that nigga.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't even
How do you
question
take
it.
care of all of them?
Exactly, because he can. He has
he
the
can
resources.
afford to
And
take
to your
care.
point, a guy with multiple resources, a guy that's a $50, $100 million type of guy, he can have 5 women and take care of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But that same woman will go with a guy who makes $30,000 and he can't take care of one of them.
Yeah.
So if women voted with their pussy to say, hey, I only are gonna fuck with men at a certain level, men wouldn't live there. Men totally get validated by women. That's the part I think that even with men in the household, if men could really talk to women to really understand the power that they have through their choices and through their actions, it would actually make men level up.
Yeah.
Men literally,
Wars
we
have been
literally
women.
since we were younger, since we were 18, 19 years old, we used to drive, and this is what Chris kind of talked about trying to remove ourselves from, we used to drive our validation off of women.
Yes.
We would understand that things were okay based on what women would say.
Yes.
So if I got dressed and I was able to get 3 women that day, I would feel good about myself.
Mm-hmm.
If I went out with Chris and Chris got all the bitches and I didn't get any, I felt bad about myself. We used to we
don't feel bad.
No, it's
That's
all
Chris
good.
Featherston.
It is Chris Featherston. but at the end of the day, we used to drive our validation from women. We used to make our choices based off of women. We've been trying to now empower ourselves to say don't use women as our validation tool. But today, most men, very low vibration men, totally get validation from women. And as we continue to sleep with them, as you continue to validate them, have their babies, which is the ultimate sign of respect, you are validating this kind of behavior. They can slap you. They don't have to work. They can mooch off of you. They can cheat on you. You're going to tolerate it because you're voting with your vagina. You're voting with your monogamy.
So then what about building with men? Should you not?
I don't
like
think
my
so.
sister said, she doesn't want to be a gold digger.
I disagree with that.
And like I thought, like with my husband, we were in an 8-year relationship, marriage. I was building with him. I saw that he was like had the drive and the motivation and the ambition, and I saw those like master qualities in him that I thought he could be really good. And we got really far, but he left me for someone who was easier and a younger woman or whatever.
Can I give feedback there? And this is what would hurt women. I don't think men truly even understand who they are or what they truly want until in their mid-30s. So when you start building with a man, you're accepting that there's going to be volatility on this roller coaster, and that volatility can either win or lose. So you're gambling just meeting with a young guy already because he still doesn't know himself.
Yes.
Oh no, I won't talk to any guy under 30.
No, 100%. That's what I'm saying.
I don't even think he said mid. We're like 35 now. I think that's when you really.
Yeah, I like 35.
Right. I was just answering your question, and what I was saying second is I know this sucks. I hate the idea for women to date on potential because you have to accept if that potential never realizes this is the person you want to be. I personally wouldn't tell my daughter to date off potential. I like to deal in reality, but I'm also a man. We got to deal in outcomes.
Yes.
At the end of the day, you can attach yourself to potential, but understand potential, just like an investment game, high risk, high reward. So when you date with a guy off potential, you're betting to say, hey, that there's a high potential that where this guy goes, is he going to still feel the same way about me? And I'm willing to tolerate the risk that it may not work in my favor. And I'll be honest with you, statistically speaking, it doesn't work in your favor.
Ever.
Yeah, I recommend being friends with those guys.
Right.
Take as long as you need.
Right.
Until they're established?
And date off of
Because
reality.
we're just friends.
Right. No, but date off of reality.
Don't
Date
let
off where
people
the
call
guy's at.
gold digger. We believe in hypergamy here.
I believe in it highly.
What's that?
Hypergamy?
Yeah, I've never
Dating
heard
up, trying to be with somebody that's in a higher status than you, socioeconomically.
I mean, that's
as a woman or as a man?
As a man, we can't be hypergamous.
Okay.
That would be weird.
As a woman.
But no, even the frame, the sentence, the word, the term gold digger really is to like deter you from wanting a guy with more.
Well, see, I've never been like that. I've never
Ray Ray.
been the kind of woman that cares about what a man has.
But you
My
should.
husband is actually an immigrant from
You
Dominican
should.
Republic.
They be getting to it,
He
though.
had
You-
nothing here.
Yeah, they start with
And
100%.
I liked his dream to come here, and I believed in him. So I like the idea of believing in someone, building with them, seeing the potential. Because I would want someone to believe in me, because I have a lot of big dreams too.
Okay.
So now that I've done that, and I was left with nothing, we were supposed to buy our house. I just moved. Like, I'm completely starting over. Like, we were in a rent to own, and we just ended the lease for that. So now I'm like, I'm not building with a man ever again. I'm not a material type person, but you gotta have something, like, you know? I don't want to be left with nothing.
But your mindset, though, hold on,
anymore.
before Chris goes, but your mindset is the mindset that should be educating younger women with that same idea. I think even young women should not date guys with not take a guy seriously.
Well, because
with nothing.
I realize I'm an investment.
1,000%.
Yeah.
But you should feel like what I'm saying is you should feel like that. Women should feel like that from the jump.
Right, but I didn't want, like she said,
didn't know.
I didn't want to be a gold digger. I didn't want to
but
see
now
material.
look at it. He done restarted. He's with the younger girl, and now you have the 5 kids.
Right.
And to Willie's point, he always says that women have to wear the kids
Well,
differently.
no,
than
he's
men.
trying to take them from me now too,
Jesus.
with her, and they're like doing all that.
But we understand that that's highly unlikely.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you're still going to have to wear your kids. You're still when you get into a space, you're going to have to say, "I have 5 kids. This is what is going on." He probably dated outside of the family and then got to introduce the family on his time.
On the back end. Yep.
Women can't do that. They have to.
Right.
The kids are there from day one.
Yep.
100%. 100%.
Go ahead, Chris.
I just think this is one of those situations where both are true. Like, I think me and Willie both stand on 2 separate sides, but I agree 100% with what Willie's saying. Like, I do think you should diagnose a man off what he has, but I think what he has should expand wider than finances.
I think Willie's just saying finances.
No, I'm not.
I'm just saying that's part of an
that goes
indicator,
back
though.
to polygamy, though. Like, because I was left, the first wife, even in the Bible, like me and my sister did a podcast on this before about polygamy. Even in the Bible, when polygamy was allowed, you were allowed to have 2 wives, but not to leave the first one without. You know, so now I'm being left, and the second girlfriend or wife is like getting what I had. So now that's not right, because in polygamy, yeah, it does benefit the women because they're taken care of. And monogamy, like, he's only one getting the benefits right now.
So, I mean, and you know what I was thinking as you were saying? I was like, the culture needs to be reconstructed, but there is the court system that would cater to, like Willie said, to you. That's when you take that kind of man to court. Because that's ridiculous, especially if you're a good mom and all that stuff. I don't even necessarily.
But that wasn't my goal. It was never to be a single mom. So for me, polygamy would have benefited if even though he did give me that option, he was like, about stepping out, and I didn't want all that. But now that I'm going through it and I'm like alone, and he stopped paying all the bills and everything's different, I'm like, well, damn, I probably would have considered him stepping out instead of doing it all alone now.
Yeah. And I think the thing that ruins us
older
is...
too, so I'm thinking differently now.
I think the thing that ruins us is just the dishonesty. I think I always say that. I think it's just the dishonesty. I don't think it's necessarily the boundaries, monogamous, polygamous, whatever. I just think it's the honesty that should be kept on both fronts. Because I think heartbreak at its core is just the deconstruction of a reality. You established a reality with this man, and now the reality is crumbling down. That's where the heartbreak comes from. It's not necessarily, like you said, you would have been fine with him just going out and doing whatever, but it's the fact that he sideswiped you, caught you off guard, dismantled your reality. That's what brought the heartbreak on. So I think, go ahead.
Chris, but this is where I think we disagree. I do agree with all the end results, and I think we might say it differently. I just don't think, and this is more my referendum on men, and I'm saying myself, and maybe there are men, maybe you guys were a lot more advanced than I was. I just feel like men at a young age, they don't even know what they don't know. So as the man is like going upward or as he's building, what I'm saying is, yeah, you could go be with a guy based on all those intangibles. That's fine. We're just saying that as a man starts to accumulate things, his views are going to change. He's going to evolve. So like even when I like date a woman, I might say, hey, you got to give me the freedom to evolve, to say, hey, at 36-year-old, my mindset might change at 40. How are you going to show up when I evolve?
Even to Willie's point, what you might could get out here is different too. His value has changed.
And so what I'm saying is sometimes men are only as faithful as their options. So what I'm saying is it's okay if I'm not saying, oh my God, don't date off of potential. I know me and you feel differently. That I just don't think men should be even getting in serious relationships until they're in their mid-30s because they don't know.
Yeah.
And I think they have a higher propensity to do the damage that you're just talking about.
I think we're too simple-minded. I think men and women are too simple-minded. I think the things that cultivate a successful relationship, and I think we should talk about that too, because I think a successful relationship isn't necessarily one that stands the test of time. I think it's a melting pot that it has what you're saying, it has what I'm saying. I think you should say, does this man have high character?
But Chris, can I ask you a question? No, but I want to go back and forth with Chris on this one. When are we the most simple-minded as men?
When we're young.
Yes.
Bingo. Yeah. So we don't even have the mindset to expand ourselves that really understand the ingredients of a relationship. When I got into my first serious relationship or into my marriage, the first thing I thought about was like 36, 24, 36. Damn, she's fine.
Right. But Willie, we've asked this question to each other 1,000 times. Whoever checked any of us with sex?
Right.
Whoever did.
None of us did. That's what I'm saying. So I think we're saying the same thing. I'm saying that if you're telling me that.
What do you mean check you with sex?
None of us got that sex talk where we actually had these conversations with our fathers to the point where we got that knowledge, that wisdom.
Because we got validation. We thought that I'll speak for myself.
But our OGs, I hate to interrupt you, but our OGs, they applauded it. You getting bitches, my nigga. They never said,
there you go, boy. But not even applaud. We also, and that's what I'm saying, we drove our validation not only off of getting bitches, but trying to get the baddest.
Let's not call these young ladies bitches.
But no, I'm just saying that, but this is the culture. The culture actually called them bitches.
Oh, you're right.
The rap, the music that we're listening to. So we're saying is that at the very early age, I had a mentor tell me this. He said very early on, even the way we invest money as black men is fucked up because of culture. Culture told us that our validation came from women. So instead of investing our stuff into real estate, into stocks, into other things, we invested in women because it turned back into the
stuff that would attract them.
That would attract women. Yes. So when he told me that, this is a guy that's a CEO Harvard grad, told me, he said, you were preconditioned to believe your idea of money and relationship was tied to women.
Yes.
It wasn't tied to security. It wasn't tied to family. It wasn't tied to that. We have a short-term mindset. We didn't even know if we were going to make 40, 50 years old because music told us we weren't going to get
there. One of the first stories in the Bible is Adam and Eve. And Adam and Eve teaches you, don't follow women. Period. Right. And I don't say that. And I don't say that. And I don't say that in a negative way. I say you should lead. You should walk your path.
I agree.
If a woman is going to take you off your path, now you on her path. Now she walking this way.
I think
you done ran off your
Willie's. I think that lends to Willie's argument because as you're older, once we hit 30, 31, 32, 33, we start realizing like I got my purpose. As I accumulate these other things that she can see.
But it's like he was saying earlier about all the older women that are single. So what are y'all saying exactly?
This is what I'm-
No,
that's
that's
different.
different.
That's
No,
different.
no,
What you want?
no,
No,
wait,
no,
I got
no,
something for that. I got something for that. I got something for that. I got something for that.
Right.
Y'all not pursuing us like that. That's percentages.
What does that mean?
Y'all, hold on, men.
Because my husband said I didn't
When
fight
men-
for him.
when we
Why
don't
would I
go-
fight for somebody that's
When we
treating
go
me bad?
out, it is novelty for a woman to come up to us and say, "Yo, what's
That's
good
what
with you?"
No, he's saying like we're not on the offensive when it comes to dating. Like
That's-
you outside, like you
Y'all be out hollering at dudes? Y'all be like, hey, what's up?
No, and that's
Exactly, that's what he's saying.
my
Oh,
point.
I did go up to someone, like
No,
you
but
said,
I'm
the
saying it's more-
whatever, somebody with status.
He's saying
All
Because
I'm
I'm gonna pick my person now.
All I'm saying,
Hey, hey, you in the Rolls Royce? What are you doing?
What's up? Exactly.
I'm not saying
That's
that
different.
I'm not saying that it never happens. I'm not saying that it never happens.
I
I'm
did
saying
pick him.
She said, I did see somebody.
I did.
He had status. I went over there.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't going through this again.
I respect that.
Did it work?
Yes, it did.
Oh shit!
But I'm still trying to learn how to move on that
the
too,
man.
though.
You gonna have to brush the rest
No, we
off now.
don't, no, I don't think he's saying
You gonna have
that.
to brush the rest off now.
Hold on, Chris, because you had a question. Tiffany had a question. She said they're supposed to pick a man. And he's not saying like actively go up because y'all don't do that.
But that's the thing about men and women. It's a dance. I think we initiate. Yeah, men naturally initiate because it's in our nature to be aggressive.
Surrounding.
Yeah,
Right.
y'all
Give you
put
that
yourself in
opportunity.
exactly.
But
But
y'all-
we
see,
know
that's
that.
the-
Yes, we know that.
That's the
You're
thing.
gonna have to come over
Yes,
here.
exactly.
I have a question.
That's the gap with men and women because y'all feel like y'all really doing something and y'all not. Y'all are subtle with it. Y'all are passive with it. And y'all like, oh, I'm really doing something.
What we supposed to do? Men want you to have sex with them immediately. Like, I'm trying to play hard to get.
Y'all think y'all steps
Right,
are
why
much.
not get left?
I'm not saying that y'all. I'm saying y'all think y'all steps are much louder than they really are. I say when we go out, it's an anomaly for y'all to come up to us. When y'all go out, it's regular. Y'all get approached like that. So that's why
All the time.
y'all's two things are different. Because the older woman, she's been getting hollered at for her whole adult life. The man that's 35, he probably is just now turning heads
Yeah.
at 35.
Yes, at 35 now.
that's
Now I got
yeah.
the big car. Now she wants to talk to me. Now it's easier for me because, like Willie said, I done accumulated some stuff. Now when I walk in, you treating me different.
Right, it's
but when I
whole
was
energy
27, I was, get out of here, nigga. I'm over there. Yeah.
Men don't reach their financial plateau until 42.
We already know,
That's what
bro. We're waiting.
But
I can't. This is where we're at now, nigga. I can't wait.
This is why. But this is what. But you
I'm happy for that.
That's why y'all got all the young
This
girls.
is my disagreement with, like I said with Chris about the potential thing. Because only thing I'm saying is, yes, date a guy with potential, but just know what you just said. We don't know who this guy truly is going to be
he's
until
gonna
he
become.
hits his maximum.
Yes.
So all I'm saying,
Once he hits his
everything-
max, it could
And
all
then he goes for younger women.
But wait,
She
but
is
wait.
really
but I
mad
agree with
about
you.
this.
But what I'm agreeing with
He
you is,
does.
guys,
Ain't nothing an older woman can do.
So what I'm saying is, I'll make it very clear. And this is the word I will say. The younger you date a guy, the more speculative he is, just like in the stock market. So we means that you're dating with a guy, we don't know what the final outcome is going to be. Tap into him, love him. Like Chris said, love him for all the other intangibles. But just know, we still don't know what he's going to be at
When he's-
42.
when he's young, it's a
at
startup
20
still,
Right, because
but-
at 42, at 200K, I'm probably going to talk to you different than I
Way
was
different.
when I was 24 and I made $30,000.
Facts.
Just understand it. And that guy can go two
But
ways.
why?
But no, this is what I'm saying. Maybe you get a
Maturity.
great, maybe
Oh,
you get a great
no,
guy.
no. Go ahead,
Maybe
go
you
ahead,
get a
finish.
great guy. Maybe you get a great guy like Chris. Wait.
No,
maybe
I'm
you get-
about to-
Wait.
No, I'm about to air it out
Wait,
when y'all
wait,
done.
wait.
When
Maybe you get a great guy like Chris who's going to say, "Hey, thank you for staying with me. You were loyal. I appreciate it. We wrote it out." Or you
Here's
may
a
get,
house,
or
at least. Damn.
or what you guys don't realize what we just said. Men usually, not the Chris's of the world, they're the great ones. I'm saying that most guys are only as faithful
I would like
as,
to be grouped with Chris.
Right. They're only as faithful as their options. This guy wasn't getting hollered at by 200, 300 women like he was at 42. And we just don't understand how that man's going to act. You guys, at the other hand, you guys know what it's like. You guys live in abundance. Like Chris said, when you were 22, you got hollered at all the time. So when I met the woman when she was 42, she did talk different because she says, Willie, all these guys come at me, but she already knows those are wham, bam, thank you, ma'ams. She is so scared to not be able to go through all the wham, bam, thank you, ma'ams and trying to figure out the one guy that will actually take her serious. So she's scared to get into the 6-month roller coaster because she did it so many times.
Yep.
That guy at 42, he's never experienced 300 women ready to suck his dick on sight. So now we don't know how he's going to act. So all I'm saying is when you date the guy off of potential, fine, listen to Chris because he's spiritual, he talks right, he's smart, he's driven, all that shit. Date for intangibles all you fucking want to. Just understand that it's a results-driven game.
Yeah,
At
that shit
42,
comes to fruition.
If it comes to fruition, he's going to act different. That's what me and
he
Chris
may
will always
act
be
different.
different on that.
Listen.
We don't know.
He
So
may-
how can an older woman compete with that?
Because
She
I
can't.
No.
Go ahead.
No,
Okay,
let our guests.
That's why we need to date for what are their morals, their character, their loyalty. We date for that. We need
Have sex
that.
with as
Not
many women as possible.
No, but see
How
what?
many- when he's
This,
old.
Hold on. I got you. No, because I got you. Because listen, because now you guys are 30 and you're talking like that. But at 22, you only wanted to do.
not. Yeah.
Exactly. So you can't ask for that at 30.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, we
She
respect.
give a fuck about your
No,
morals at
we
22.
respect that.
I'm
we
learning
respect,
mine. Like,
we
I don't know.
respect that. But now at 35, and I got the Porsche outside, I already know that. I'm going to wham bam and thank you, ma'am, and slide. Because the 27-year-old will do whatever I want when I say it.
And have fun with that.
And, but that's but you can't ask for one, and when you were at your peak, and want me to do something different at mine.
There you go.
At your peak
Okay,
at
well, we
22,
got two
23,
different
20.
peaks.
No,
too.
y'all peak is when y'all are the most physically attractive.
Right,
The-
in our 20s.
Yes,
Right.
and mine,
And y'all
like
are
he just
in
said,
your
is from
40s,
35 to
apparently.
40. So when I'm
Yeah.
40, I could still go back and get one of y'all. But are you going to be able to get one of me?
Yeah, and that's why your loyalty and your character.
So what
and
are
your
you saying
morals
is that-
matter
What I'm
more than
saying is,
anything else.
at 22,
I
when you
wanna
were at
talk
your
to what
peak,
Willie's saying.
then you need to be
Yes,
thinking about my
I wanna go back
loyalty and my character and all those things. You weren't
But
thinking
they're
about
not,
that.
and that's why the men want her anyway, because she don't know all that, and she's still going out in front
And
of
it's
other
full
guys, and he
circle.
likes
So
that.
like Willie
and
keeps
it's a
saying, if y'all
challenge.
lift the bar out of hell, there'd be more guys
And
to fuck with you.
Can I ask a question even before Chris goes? So you guys are at your age now. Are your morals, your beliefs, the things you think about, are they the same that they were 10 years ago?
Definitely not.
Mine were.
Okay. So your morals have been intact since you were 18?
Yeah, I mean, but I
No, they
I
still
had,
all over the
I had
place
to
what
go
she meant.
through- I had to go
crazy.
through,
I still ain't got it
all
together.
the, like,
Stop lying. He said no lying on my podcast. She lying right now. I know her. That's my sister. That's my big sis.
But this is what I'm saying, and I know this sucks. I know this is gonna, I know this is gonna rub Chris the wrong way.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Well, you know,
Who rubbing on Chris?
cap.
No. But wait. Because I know what the right answer is. The right answer is that our integrity and our morals should never be disrupted based off anything.
Yes.
But I will say though, that's unfortunately it's not true. Our experiences, number one, our resources two, the options it does shape our morals.
Exactly.
So maybe my morals at 22 and 23 were different. So maybe you loved my 22-year-old morals, but at 35 my morals might be different. When I was 22, I actually was more monogamous when I was younger. As I've gotten older, I'm less monogamous.
I feel that.
You have more options.
Bingo.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. So when you dated me at 22, you're riding the risk.
Wait. But
There's
when
also
you,
a
when
certain
you're,
degree
when you
of,
build,
like-
when you have morals and character, that it changes like that.
It
Like,
does.
yeah.
Yes,
but
it
you know why?
changes.
Because
My
based off of
morals
what?
have
Based off what you just
changed.
said. No, you said it though.
morals.
Based off of my experiences. Because I've walked into spaces where my morals might have been one way, and women have shaped it differently. My life experiences have shaped them differently. So what I'm saying
Same
is that
for us.
right, exactly.
When I was with my husband, I was completely monogamous.
No, 100%.
And now that we're not together, I'm thinking about polygamy.
No, but listen, but I love that about you.
Why's that
by the
funny?
way. But what I'm saying.
Why's that funny?
Wait.
Hey, Willie is a
But shit, if I lost one because of monogamy,
Willie's like, I love that about you. Hey, matter of fact, I might have a slot for you if you know what I'm saying. I can take care of all y'all.
But what I'm saying is, but all I'm saying is that it's unfortunate. I agree. I like Chris's ideas on a certain your morals and your integrity, and if you date off of that, the guy still has strong, he may not have as much money, you can date off of that. All I'm saying is that's still an inherent risk. That my morals and things may change based on my own life experiences. My experiences with you may change based on my socioeconomic status. It may even be changed based off of life events. How many of us know that even through like some type of death, our morals and our ideas can
Definitely
change?
switches. Yep.
So we just don't know. So all I'm saying is the younger you date a guy, and I want Chris to respond to this, the younger you date a guy, I just think it's more risk involved messing with a guy when he's 23 and 24 than it is with a guy who's a little bit more mature and has been through some
when young guys try to talk to me, I say, I got too much going on for you.
Yes.
You don't even want all these problems. That's exactly what I tell them.
But with the older guys, like to Willie's point, there's also a certain degree of like, I've worked so hard to achieve these certain things. I fucking deserve whatever I want. Whatever it is that I ask
which
for,
is other
Which
women.
is why a grown man, that's financially
I'm good with
set,
that.
should have the choice to pick the younger woman or whichever woman he wants.
I'll make my own.
or however many if he can afford them.
Or however many, as long as he's honest, like he was saying earlier.
I respect
My
that.
lifestyle
Now, to be
don't
clear,
change. You can do what you want.
I can't afford multiple. I don't.
Just one, right?
Don't lie on. Hey.
Monogamy.
Yeah,
All that just to go back to monogamy.
Hey, but listen though. How about did you guys see that Gabrielle Union, her old dude? What was her old dude's name? I forgot.
I forgot his name, but he's an idiot.
If you pay the bills, you have the right to cheat. But this was on the woman's side. So Gabrielle Union was the breadwinner. I think he was an ex-NFL player or something like that. Yeah.
We get all weird about that.
Right, that's different.
I got to hear.
And she, there's no. It's just a post. So I wanted to see what y'all thought about that. Like, if your woman was the breadwinner, does she have the right to cheat?
My issue is with the word cheat.
Yeah,
because
why
I'm
are we
finna tell
cheating?
you.
You finna tell him.
Like, I pay
So your
bills.
looks-
I'm thinking about I want another person in my life. How do you feel about that?
There's
We're
this
gonna
guy
have
I like at work.
Can I keep him?
But can I clear?
But I'm
something
saying
up?
if I got bags like that, like as a woman, first of all, if I have bags like that, there's a high.
I got it with me.
There's
Propensity.
a high
Sex drive?
propensity. No.
Oh.
That I have developed some masculine traits that have allowed
Yes.
me to reach
Absolutely.
a certain socioeconomic status.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm that bitch. Now, if I'm walking around here with my dick on the table thinking I'm that bitch,
But you gotta
and
have
I'm paying
beta
for
males,
everything
though.
he has,
Y'all-
Yeah,
if
you'll
I
have
say
beta.
She gotta have beta
Are y'all
males.
aligned with
If
that?
she has beta males,
Are y'all aligned with that?
She said he
If
has to be a
she-
beta
yeah.
male.
Yes?
right, of course.
if she wants a bunch of like,
Yes? You're
Yeah,
aligned
you're,
with that.
you're gonna
Feminine
get beta
males.
males.
So why can't men?
Chris, you look irked.
No, you can.
Why?
If you can afford
He like, this is not my
three women, you can
podcast.
have 3 women.
if you can afford it, exactly, which most men can't.
Wait.
And I don't wanna stay on
We
this
just
too
went
long.
on 2 topics where you believe in hypergamy. Now you've been introduced to that, so you believe in that, right?
Okay.
Great. So now, and also y'all were aligned with that, right?
Yes, I do support hypergamy.
Great. So now you have a man that's taking care of everything. So why can that man have that same respect? Can he go out and get any bitch he wants and still maintain you?
Most rich men can. Most rich men do. Most rich men.
I'm talking about you. Are you okay with that?
Well, she done told her.
She said she was
Me?
talking about
Yes. If
polygamy.
I'm taken
You
care
okay
of,
with that?
if I
She
well,
said she would be cool if he just paid for the house, man. You ain't been listening to this.
I doubt it though. I doubt it.
I'm not okay.
I wasn't okay until
But
I
you're
was
aligned
left
with-
with
when
nothing,
it's
like I
on- when it's on your
said,
side,
and
though.
now I'm thinking
No, I'm
different.
not.
I just asked you before.
You don't need to be cheating.
Hypergamy and
I
cheating
said-
are two.
No. I asked before. I asked.
also
I said, "Are you
said-
aligned with what she's saying?" They said, "Yeah."
I
Look me
also
in my
said
face.
cheat is the problem.
Right.
Cheating implies that there
Just
was
be honest.
deception, like
Just
Chris
be
says. Like
honest.
I lied
Yes,
about it
yes,
and da-da-da.
yes.
But as I said, if I'm
Communication
being
is
honest with
key.
you and I'm walking around like I'm that bitch because I'm masculine and I've achieved so much and I'm taking care of you, you washing my dishes.
Bruh,
No, I think that.
this
Yeah, that's how it
podcast,
would be.
just
But
another
that's not
podcast
right.
is on a higher intelligence level. We are done correlating cheating with just sex. I'm
Right.
sorry. Period.
What do you mean?
Cheating is
What
not
you're
just
saying.
sex, it's
Yeah.
lying.
Cheating just
talking
ain't, man, bruh.
Cheating is when we lied about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's all cheating is. If I sit here and tell you, me and you gonna be in a relationship, and I'm gonna fuck these 5 other chicks, and you agree, I'm not
It's not
cheating.
cheating.
It's not
Right,
cheating.
right,
Yeah,
right.
we all agree with that.
Yes,
Right.
we're in agreement.
So that should
So
be
you're
it.
okay with that?
I think if a
I'm
man is
okay
making a
with that.
certain amount of money,
Okay.
he
Woman
has the
or
power.
man?
Let's just say it like
Not
this.
from a
He
regular
has the
man,
power
no.
to try to manipulate or change the conditions of the relationship. He should be able to say, "Yo, baby, my appetite's kind of outgrowing these boundaries that we set. Can we renegotiate? Can we reestablish some different boundaries?" And she has the right to be like,
Yay or nay?
yes or no.
I agree with
Lydia,
that.
Say no, you
But
gotta leave.
Chris, and that's what
If you say no, you gotta leave.
No, but
right.
but that's dope.
And
No.
fuck the family.
But guess what?
I don't
That's
believe
dope.
you.
You want to do
I
that. You
said
want to
no.
you want to be
It happened.
you want to be able to communicate your desires. You want to be able to create a healthy dynamic. And we
Yeah,
show-
and the moment she says the same
Yeah, yeah,
thing,
but-
it's absolutely not.
No, it's fine, but that's okay. You give the person choice.
Yeah, the same way you
And
get to say it to a
what Chris
man.
is saying
And he
is
can
that
say-
we
she can say,
all
I mean, yeah.
agree in this room that we have the power to co-create spaces. And so whatever we want to co-create between two people is what's acceptable. Like he said, cheating is not the idea of sleeping with someone else. It's the idea of deception. It's me and you come into an agreement and somebody breaks that.
Yes.
Her covenant that she felt that was broken was that this man was going to love her forever. She married him.
Yeah.
They had a covenant together. So the deception is not, hey, the fact that you're sleeping with somebody. It's the covenant is
Right.
you left me. You broke what we had. But if he would have came to her and said, hey, this is the deal. And then she
Oh,
said,
he did.
Right. And if you said, hey, no, I'd rather us not be together,
Right.
that's still you guys came to an agreement based off of where you're at.
Well,
in your
Yeah, but
I
it
didn't
contradicts the
understand, really.
original agreement of we're
We-
married and monogamous.
no,
One
but
thing-
listen.
I want him to change.
But wait,
That didn't work.
But wait,
Right,
but-
I'm different.
but-
I just don't like the change up.
No,
yes.
but I understand that.
Or
I don't like to
don't
change
be
up
ready
either.
before I'm ready.
But look, I look.
Right.
But look,
Wait, you ain't even got me right. You wanna ask somebody else?
But look, I respect the idea that how hurtful it can be that that people evolve and change the space that we co-create. But the question is, there's two things. Innately, if we desire it, we're going to do two things. We're going to either try to suppress that desire or we're going to communicate that desire. And I do think that it's healthy for us to communicate desires and just say, hey, babe, something changed in how I felt. 10 years ago, I felt that monogamy was the best thing for us. We've gone through this. We have 5 kids. Now I want to change the dynamics of the space. We all want men to talk to us like that.
And it was hard to accept, though.
I want that same respect.
I do too.
You can come back.
When
Both
I
of y'all
feel
can come
that
back whenever,
way.
but you can come back.
But you know what, though?
She keeping it at that way.
But you know what, though?
It was hard to accept when he first presented that to me. I didn't understand a lot.
If a woman said that to me, I'd be like, no, I respect that. The moment that a woman tells me that she would want to do anything outside of something I disagree with, the first thing I'm gonna say, babe, you should go do that.
You should definitely.
I'm gonna leave. I want you to.
You should.
And that's the no. And
Right, you.
That's the
Bye.
thing. If I'm suppressing myself, am I really in this relationship?
You're not.
Exactly.
Well, that's
I think we
true.
gotta
You
get
gotta
out
be
of
ready
the-
to take the step.
We got to get out of this mindset that even marriages, relationships have to last forever.
They don't.
To be good.
Agreed.
If I spent 10 years with you and we were happy in that peace and we built something and we both decide that
time to
what
part
we
ways.
built brought us to a fork in the road and we both decided to part ways, that was a success.
Chris, you're right. Lauren London had a quote like we start to believe in relationships like we own someone.
Yep.
Instead of
Thank
we
you.
experience.
He told me,
When
he
you
said,
start
"Don't
building
nobody
a
own anyone."
family, it's different because now
We
you got
gotta-
children involved.
So what makes us a
and
family?
That's what I'm saying. Are you married? Are you
Children,
married
but
for love
no,
though,
the problem
or are
is,
you building?
The problem
Because
is
there's
we
a
looking at
difference.
children like they're a burden. Children are a win. Those 5 kids that you got are a blessing.
And
but when
beautiful.
relationships
But our
end, now we're
personal
looking at them.
can
Hold
cause
on, now
them
we're looking
trauma.
at them like chores. We're saying, oh, we got to
Well-
split the days. You got to do this. I don't want this. I want that. Instead of seeing them as gifts.
Yeah.
I have to find that in myself
Can
sometimes.
I ask
They
a
definitely
question? 'Cause
are.
I want to ask the women. So does monogamy create family?
Yes,
Everything
the American family.
That's what I'm asking. Like, because you
Love creates family. Even when I went through my divorce, I still loved the mother of my children. Period.
So monogamy didn't make family.
No.
You still were
Love
family.
made family.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
If we're in a marriage and my wife comes to me and says, yo, I feel the need to go do this, that, and the third, and it doesn't align with me, that doesn't mean I'm taking back my love. That means our relationship is over. That doesn't mean the love isn't unconditional. That means the relationship is
Yes.
conditional.
You guys are still
that
family.
means
We're still
that
family.
I love you. Hey, thank you for telling me that. Go on about your business. I still love you, period,
Yeah.
because you did that.
Yeah.
I like that you said that the relationship is conditional because it is, and we're having a discussion about whether or not we can change the conditions
Yes.
at different
Yes.
periods.
Yes. Mhm.
But relationships are conditional because if I want things this way and you want things this way and that matches, then we can rock. But if I want it this way and you want it that way, that's not going to work anyway.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, the mindset, we change, we grow together, we grow apart, we grow together. Like it's
Either way,
we
we're
have to be
growing.
understanding of that at the start. That this may not be a forever.
The communication and the honesty
let's work
will help
towards that.
immensely.
But even foreverness, it's like the idea is like he said, our romantic space can end and we can go morph into a friendship. We can change the dynamics of our space. We get to co-create it.
But that's why I feel about marriage. Are you marrying for love? Or are you marrying? Because I feel like marriage is way more than I love you.
I agree.
Forever.
10x more than I love you. That
It's
has nothing to
a
do with I love you.
contract.
Yeah.
Forever
It has
should be
nothing
the
to do with
goal.
love.
Forever should be the goal. If we get married, forever should be the goal. But that
no matter
doesn't
if you're
mean
with someone else or not,
that
because
puts-
that's not why we're together.
that puts too much pressure on certain things, and that causes people to feel like they can't communicate. They can't say their truths.
Right.
Because they feel like, oh, I'm not going to be able to be forever. Huh? I feel like, let's say it like this. Do we remember that person that kept it real with us? Did they make a lasting impression? Do we still have respect and love for that person?
Yeah.
That means the relationship is still going.
Yeah.
Once we start seeing relationships as that serious, things will be a lot better. Just because we're not laid up and fucking in the same bed and all that stuff doesn't mean that tie still isn't there.
No,
Right.
it's funny. Over the last couple of months, I've been really wrestling with this concept, and it's new for me. It may not be new for everyone else. I've realized that like in any space that I create, I actually value showing up as somebody who to be respected more than I care about being loved.
All day.
You respect
Every
me,
day.
you will always be forever.
Yes.
Because there's only a few men, and you guys talked about this with daddy issues. You guys can probably count on one hand how many men you truly fucking respect.
Yes.
And if I'm one of those 3 to 4 guys you truly respect, I always have access to you.
They don't know that game. They don't know that game.
Yeah.
But no, they don't. But that's the dark. But no, but there's a dark side to that. But there's also a light to
the
that.
truth.
People don't understand. Sometimes you have to picture the dudes like that because they don't really understand that game. They don't understand the real comeback game because I was honest with her the whole ride.
Yeah.
It's
People
a
don't get
different
that.
level of
But that
intimacy when
steps
the-
outside
It
of
is.
sex. People are always scared of like I can't get sex. So then they end up failing and you can't get any more sex.
And I want to ask her,
You know what I'm
because she
saying?
looks befuddled. Would you rather? Would you rather?
Hey,
a
don't
guy,
call
if
me
you-
before
Yeah,
this.
yeah. No. I want to ask. Would you meet a guy? Would you rather a guy that come to you and say, "Hey, I'm not looking for anything. I don't want a relationship. I don't want no commitment. I'm here to fuck." Or would you want the guy to come and say, "I love you. You're pretty. You're beautiful. I take care of you. I want to be around you." And then 6 months later, he dips out.
The first one.
Of course.
Exactly. Because we respect the guy that's honest with us. That's a different level of intimacy. You know how many
No,
women-
that's not true. You lying your ass off.
Why she keep pulling up on you?
I would rather that, but I'm not going to be with
Right,
neither.
exactly.
No,
No,
she's
no.
not going to be
No,
with
she's
neither.
having a problem right now.
But I'm not going to be with neither.
No. But you know what? But what's dope about it is every woman has told me this that when a man is super honest with them, they said it's a different level of intimacy because they're not used to it. You guys can count on one hand how many guys were just 100%, 1,000% honest with you in every aspect. It's not. It's rare.
It is.
Even in your marriage, you probably have times you're like, damn, this guy lied about it being
Everything.
Tuesday.
He lied about everything.
And
But what you said is, do you want a man to be honest with you? And then you said,
Please,
what?
always
I
be honest.
don't
Do you
want
want a guy
nothing
that- a guy
serious with you,
manipulate-
whatever.
manipulate
Or do you want the guy that says, I want to
Manipulate.
be with you, and then 6 months later leave?
Because he manipulated you.
You want the man that's gonna. Well, I think in my situation, I had the man that said, "I'm gonna be with you forever."
And lied.
You know, and
Mm-hmm.
and for that moment, I felt what I wanted.
Take the
That's
fuck.
good.
Instead of so now I have a man that's telling me I just want sex, and I don't want a relationship. So now I'm feeling differently about him because you're not giving me the intimacy and the love that I
But
want.
that's dope because you get.
But
to
you're being,
You're
being
right.
honest. So would I rather really have the man that's honest, or do I want the man that lies and make
You know
me
why you
feel
want
good?
the guy that honest? Because you get to choose the powers in you now.
Yes.
Like she said. Now
When I lie to you, I take that away from you.
Honesty it goes way further than
It
just that
definitely
too.
does.
But it hurts.
You
It's
have
hard
to
to
weigh
accept
back
sometimes.
and things like that. Like if I want to go back to that, like is
No,
my decision.
honesty
But
can be the difference between life and death. Period.
you're-
Because that man
right.
is gonna lie to
the
you.
truth will set you free.
Yep.
And it's also way easier to get over the truth than all the lies.
Yes. Deception hurts way more than
Yes.
You know, I think I want to know about my husband's new girlfriend and all that stuff, which he still won't tell me. Do I really want to know? I probably really don't.
You do.
You do.
I think.
I mean, no, I think he's right. I think
you're
might wanna
consumed-
know.
I think it's
you're
better I
consumed-
don't know because then I'll be thinking too much. Then I might feel some sort of way. So maybe it is better I don't know. So
But
again,
I
he's
think
protecting my feelings.
With y'all, that's the thing. We protect.
I really handle
we
it
protect
if I knew
feelings.
everything?
But feelings don't protect back. They're fleeting. They go.
Right.
They come and go.
And that's
you
what
sitting
love
here trying to
is.
hoard this feeling of whatever it is. But the truth, period. It might be painful, but in the end, you'll end up a lot better off. You know what I'm saying? It's the long term versus the immediate.
And Chris, I'll be honest with you, and I'll speak in a vulnerable space. I think for any time I've ever had my heart broken or been upset about something, I actually feel like when I got the truth, I was able to get over it quicker.
Yes.
Always.
That's
Yeah, it was a lie. It was
that
a lie.
person that's manipulating you don't want you to get over it though.
You're sitting here trying to say,
Right.
"Oh shit!" Now you're running through all the different stuff.
Right.
Everything
I
is
was-
flipped.
The man that's manipulating you doesn't want you to get
the
over
knife
it.
to the throat, let me on the ground and walk.
Please.
Right.
That's why he's lying.
Let it go.
That's
Let
a
it go.
You don't
deeper.
want to stab in the arm.
Right,
the stab
That's
in the
a
leg.
deeper.
No, no.
Don't lie.
That's-
Don't waste my
That's
time.
a torture.
Right.
That's a
Absolutely.
deeper concept. It's like, bruh, to
Yeah, you're
die
right.
a few times. That's how you grow.
That's how you grow, 100%.
All right.
Yes.
Do we want to go through some of these quick? Yeah, it was.
No pain, no gain.
Lydia, what is this fan question that you have here?
Goodness.
Oh boy, it's going.
Wait,
I have a human
I was
being.
curious about that one too.
There is a human being that I know.
Y'all wanna
who-
talk about that
this
one?
man
Okay.
is very conflicted.
It's a man. Okay.
It's
I
a
didn't know.
man?
No, she didn't really tell us.
Right,
This is
right.
fan question. So
He is very conflicted because he does not actually want to move back to be closer to his son, but he knows that it's probably more beneficial.
Is there
Or
geographic-
he's trying to figure out whether that's more beneficial.
Later, just for context.
Proximity.
Yeah, give us some
That's what I'm saying.
context, please.
It's geographic distance.
Yeah, it's literally geographic.
all right, what
distance.
state is he in now?
Atlanta? He's in
Yeah.
Georgia.
He's in Georgia, and his kid is here.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 500 miles. That's a long
So,
trip.
The thing is,
Yeah.
though,
I would never. Drive
he has
again.
gone through, all that stereotypical things you see in the movies where your baby mama is a dickhead.
Okay, baby mama drama. Let's keep it
Yes.
quick and
she
concise.
blocking you. She's doing this. She's keeping you from your baby. She cussing you out because she want to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
My brother's going through that.
Right. But he just wants his baby. He don't want
Then he
none of
needs to
that
fight
extra.
for
He
her.
just wants to be with his baby.
Can I make
right?
it
In court.
concise? And I think Chris said it even with your situation. I think with even though as a man, I think the first thing he's got to do is you got to get that stuff on papers. You got to go to court. You got to get some organization. I know it sucks.
I said that.
Even with the geographic distance, even if he decides to move back or he doesn't, he has to create some construct to where the court allows him to say, hey, you're going to spend this amount of time with your kid.
Mandated.
Then you can decide to take a step back and say, hey, would that be greater if I move back? Because you may move back and the court may still say you're only allotted this time.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you need to get that stuff on paper and then make a decision based off of that. And then also you have to make a decision as a man, even with your kid. I personally think with the dad, you still have to be able to protect, serve, and be able to provide a lifestyle for this man, for this kid. So is your lifestyle
under the factors? It says earning potential would be decreased by 2 to 3 times.
Yeah. So honestly, this is my opinion. I would go to court, I would set up some type of visitation, and I would use the visitation that I have with that son or that kid to be able to implement and instill in that kid. I would talk, I would do everything I need to do, but I would still need to be setting up my life to be able to provide for that kid, because depending on how old the kid is, kids' needs and desires financially actually increase as they get older.
7.
Right. So at seven, they want a couple games, they want food, they want attention. But when they're 16, they're gonna want cars. When they're 18, they're gonna want to go to college. They're gonna want to have clothes. Their desires, the world, unfortunately, is going to get to them more as they get older. So for me as a man, at a 7-year-old, this is how I would play it. I have 5 years to get my shit together financially to be able to provide for my kid. In those 5 years, I'm going to do everything I can, because as kids get older, this is what I think, especially as young men, as they get into teenagers, they need that father figure even fucking more.
Is it a daughter or a son?
It's a son.
It's a son. So what I'm saying is, because men are dangerous. Men are dangerous from the ages of 13 to 18, because you can make life fucking decisions with a high level of ignorance. We can put our dick into women and create kids. We can do things to go to jail and be tried as adults. So, and me as a man, I need to be able to be in my son's life in his early teens and all the way through, and I need to make sure I'm a man that he can respect. So if I can earn 2 to 3x in the next 5 years and come back and get closer to my son, I would. That's how I would approach it.
So you would say,
go to court.
take that time, build yourself more, so that when he's a teenager, you're financially prepared for all of those things.
Go to court, get visitation.
Number one was get everything aligned right.
Right, and then number two,
they have that.
Yeah, okay, but then as a man,
she's not going with it.
I
kept telling him he needs to file things.
Right. All that
it sounds like
I don't like that. That all that's going to handle the court. All that she
no,
don't
it
have
sounds.
to agree.
She said she's not letting it happen, so it doesn't sound like it's court appointed yet.
Oh yeah, that's saying because
no. They have a visitation. She is not following it.
It doesn't matter.
So I know there's things you can.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Go back to court.
Yeah, right.
Go back to court.
More court.
Take her little monkey ass back to court.
Right, but and this is what's sad about it. When you let the courts involve, it now becomes law. If she breaks the law, there's consequences to breaking law.
Yes.
That's what I told her. It's unfortunate. But what I'm saying is, as men, though, we have to start thinking of our lives in these 5 to 10 year sprints. We got to think about, what do we want our kid to think about or see us in the next 10 years and 5 years, and we should be regressing back. We should be thinking of the man that we want to be when my son is 13, 15, 16, and what area of my life or where do I need to be in my life to be able to accomplish those goals. If he thinks that way, the decision's easy.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more pressure on the man, just like it always is in any situation, because he needs to be there for his child in the younger years too. Those are really important. And also as a mom, if she's a single mom and wants to be with him, she's probably going through a lot mentally. She can't take care of the kids the best that she can. She needs him there in the same state.
That's a very mature answer.
He's putting himself first by putting his career first, which a lot of successful people do, and they have to do. But if you want to think about, 13 to 18 is what you said is more important, which is important. That's when my parents divorced, when I was 14. Those are important years. But so are those younger years. I mean, who knows what that child is going through
the
by
child's
himself.
brain develops the most 5 and under.
Right. Until 7 years old.
I already missed that part.
I can agree, but I do think if we had, like in this situation, he can't necessarily be with him 24/7. So I think
Why
what
not?
Willie's
He's their
saying.
dad. And that's the whole reason they shouldn't have broke up the relationship in the first place.
Women get divorced.
That's his fault. He wasn't strong enough to keep his family together.
And to Chris's
point, he failed as a man and as a father.
Hold on.
Period. She cheated. He failed, and now everyone's struggling. You see that? How the man failed, and now the whole family is struggling because he failed.
Hold on, Anna. No, because I'm not going to disagree with you on that one.
That's the truth.
I think that's a lesson for black men to take. Period.
All men.
But black men in particular, because we are within something that we don't own.
Yeah.
We are within something we don't own. So this is how your woman looks at you, and it's not wrong. Your woman's looking at you like, do it. Just do it.
That's
don't
what
sit
my
here and
parents
go with the
did.
rules. Don't sit here and walk in the lane, break out the lane, and make some shit happen.
Because when they
That's
separated,
why we are
fell
looked
through the
at
cracks.
this certain way, because even with our kids, we have to walk a line. You know what I'm saying?
You are a
So,
father. You take the
You're a
responsibility.
man.
Your responsibility
You're
is
a
your
man.
kids first.
So I'm saying that's
It's
a
not
lesson
you
for
no
black
more.
men to take. There's a place that we need to go so we can get certain things that
But
we
he
want.
ran away to take care of himself.
No, but all I'm saying is it's a deeper thing with men because y'all look at us like
He was
make it
kept-
happen, and we don't
He was what?
necessarily
He
do
was
that.
kept-
And I want Chris to
He there was an intentional.
Hold on, Lydia.
yeah, the
There-
mom
wait,
was
I want Chris to say this. When I,
That's why she shouldn't be alone with the children
wait,
either. If
yeah.
she's that, if something's wrong.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. One mic.
But Chris, I want to lay out what I said. When you go to court, they're going to lay out visitation. And then I said, as a caveat, as an asterisk, I know this was missed. You need to make a determination to see if you were at home, would there be an increase of visitation, the same as visitation or less?
Mm-hmm.
Chris just said that because there are times the way this woman is showing up, if she's not even abiding by the court order, once the court order comes, if I'm closer, you think all of a sudden she's going to want to give you more days? No, she's giving you no days even when you're far away. Second of all, I don't care what no one says. There are gender roles. Men and women have different roles and responsibilities to a family. If you're telling me that I'm going to make 3x less for my family being here than I am there just because of proximity, I disagree with that. I have to go out there and set up a life. A man's not even going to be the best father. He's not going to be the best version of himself if he's not happy within.
Yes.
If you move
Same for that mother
I
who's
agree.
got
Wait,
full time right now.
wait. Mothers and fathers have different roles and tap into different ways of parenting than a man is. You asking this man to go take 3x less to be next to his son, and you think he's going to be the best version of himself for his son? Hell no.
And it's also,
I got a question though.
And it's
That man will be the best version of himself because he's by himself all the time. What about that woman?
That's not
Right,
true.
that's
But that's
with
not-
What
the
about
kid.
that woman?
The kid is witnessing
no. But
this.
y'all.
But
the
they're not speaking as a man because they don't know.
No,
And
I'm
you're
saying,
not
all I
speaking as
wanted
a
to say
woman
is
'cause
the
you don't
situation-
know.
Well,
All
we're
right,
really,
man.
well, hold on, guys. We're trying to go off the fan question.
He's a man.
He's a man. His baby mom is keeping the kid away
Right.
from him.
He need to be there and handle that.
He's trying to figure out what's best. Should he come back? He's
Of
losing
course.
earning potential by leaving Atlanta to come here.
No, but
Let me
he
ask
might
you-
need to play nice with the mom.
No, but let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question. Hold
Mm-hmm.
on. Because I think we already established the situation is not ideal, period.
Mm-hmm.
It's not ideal. It's never probably going to be. What happens when he goes home, knocks on the door, she doesn't open it? What happens from there? What happens when he's begging? You know what I'm saying?
No, we're gonna be in court. She's gonna keep coming to
Okay,
court.
what happens when the court doesn't cater to him as it necessarily doesn't to men? What happens when the court's not working for you, and what happens when you're knocking on the door?
$2 to $3K more a month.
No,
to,
So you want him to? So you want him?
not K a month
Get them-
times. So that means if I could make 60,000, I'm making 30, like two
to
times.
get the lawyers
2-3
that
times
can
more.
prove the points, and he needs to be on top
Men
of all
with
that.
money normally don't fail in the court system.
Exactly.
That is.
It depends.
Well, with a mother like that, you know, she cheated.
All I'm saying is,
sounding like mentally unstable.
Right.
a man has a wall that he hits where his cries do not let him through the door. Y'all can shout loud enough, and shit will move for y'all on its own. We get
Tiffany
to a
not going
part.
through that. She's going through the opposite right now. She's
Yeah.
fighting for
But
her
no, we
child.
can't speak-
Her dad, baby
I'm not-
daddy left
I'm
with the
not
child and said you
invalidating-
can't have her.
I'm not
I don't want to make this
invalidating-
about y'all, though.
I'm not
But
invalidating.
we
No, I'm
talking
not.
from
No.
real life experiences. That's why I don't agree. Because
I'm
that
not
ain't true.
invalidating what anybody is going through, but I'm speaking for the majorities. For the majority of men, they reach a wall that they have to get physical with. All I was saying before with black men, we reach that wall, we can't get physical. We don't even choose to get physical. I think if a man goes to his house and his woman don't want to open his door for him and he's been paying bills and being the father, he need to break that shit down.
Oh, I did, and he did
But no,
break it
see, that's
down.
what. See, look at your face. This is my fucking son. My son. I'm breaking that shit down.
And then the
But
police
what
gonna
happens
come
when a
and
man
carry
acts
your
like
ass
that?
up outta here.
What happens when a man?
Why is she
What happens when a
closing
man?
the door?
But no,
'Cause
but
you
that's what
trying
I'm
to
saying.
break it
But that-
down.
No,
She-
no,
that's
no,
what
no,
you're
no. A lot of y'all,
my
a lot of y'all
children don't
just
need
be
to see
butt
that.
hurt, and then y'all take it out on y'all man and y'all kids. But then when a man gets in his place, from a response to you being in your place, we in jail. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I think men need to get to a place, we need to get to a place where we constructing some shit that caters to us and is more balanced.
Yeah,
So the fuck
you
we
gotta
gonna
have money because that's what's going on with me.
Man,
he
I'm
got
not-
money,
You gotta
he do what he wants.
Man, stop. I always say it like this. Evaluate her opinions on shit when y'all are dating. If she has certain adverse opinions, that's not gonna
thing
change.
is, men don't wait for that.
Stop
a lot of men
fucking
and
with
women
these
don't
broads,
wait.
yo.
They just have
Stop.
the baby real quick.
That's what I'm saying. Men, if we can't go out and create our own shit, just stop fucking with these women.
But what's the best scenario?
Wait. I want to get a little bit more organized with this because I feel like we're getting into the weeds.
No, I
right?
think no.
This is a question. It is: should I move back
Lydia,
to be with my son?
Lydia, I'm
Lily
gonna raise
says
my hand.
Not yet.
Can I raise
what
my
do
hand?
you say?
Willie killed that answer.
He did.
That's the answer.
I didn't even want to follow up.
Disagreeing
'cause he
with Willie
bodied
at
it.
all. I'm saying
step one, get it put on paper. This is what I want. This is what it needs to be. Visitation, blah, blah, blah. He's right. Earning potential matters. As a man, if my son can't do nothing because I don't have no money, this shit is moot anyway. I have to go out here and get to the bag.
Why you gotta be in Atlanta to get it though?
That's where he's already at.
Why you got to be in Atlanta to get it?
It's just a place where there happen to be more
I think he needs
opportunities
to,
for
for
him
my
financially.
question, my answer to this question, he needs to be with his son. These are crucial times,
hear-
and
you
the
could probably
mom
make
is
that money
mentally
somewhere in that
unstable,
state.
and
I hear what you're
he
saying.
needs to be there.
But there's a lot more opportunities in Atlanta than there is Virginia Beach.
Period. That's
We
not
all
even
know
close.
that. We all know that.
No,
I hear
that's
what you're
fact.
saying. What you're saying is the ideal. I agree.
'Cause you don't
if
know
the
what
man
that
has the
child's going
choice
through. Does
to
he go
make
to a good
money
school?
and be with
Is
his
he in a bad
child, he
neighborhood?
should take that one.
Yes, we all agree with that. But that's
Right.
not. We're trying to go at this guy's actual
Is the mom mean
circumstances.
to him every day? 'Cause
Clearly,
she
it's
mad
just
at
she's
the
being a
dad?
tool on
Like,
here.
Can I
you know,
say
what's
this?
going
Can I
on
say
for
this?
real?
Can I
You
say
need to be
this?
there.
You can be a better father from a distance to a son. Because if he's looking at you and you're hold on.
Dads need to be active and
No,
especially
but that's
men.
what y'all are for. Y'all are there to be close and touch and cuddle and kiss and all that stuff. He needs a
During
father.
younger
He
years.
needs an example. Most men. What do men?
You body the answer.
Hold on. What
ahead.
happens when men don't have a father? We create father figures on the television.
Yes.
It's not necessarily about attendance. It's about what men have to have a vision. They have to have something to look to. They don't necessarily need, I'm not saying the man hugging his son and, you know what I'm saying, being vulnerable, that's needed too. But if I had to pick, I would say he needs that example.
Can I tell you the truth?
He needs that North Star.
I
He
think
needs
there's
a
so
North
many
Star.
men that don't know how to be a man because they've never seen it.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's what I think. So
He has
if
to-
you're telling me that
he has-
he's seeing that from a distance, how?
Yeah,
The
but
sa-
he's
He don't know
younger,
how men
so,
move. He
you
don't know what to
give
do.
a little bit of
We're
time.
But we're not saying, but hold on. We're not saying that just
Is that enough?
Yes, it is.
That's the first thing Willie said. Willie said establish visitation. So maybe he might get summers, she might get winters or
Right.
whatever. But
And she's already not adhering
Right.
to that.
So that means just more court.
So
he has
why
to
would
go
I
and
move
file some
when at least
shit
I
to
have
say
the
that
money
she's
now
not
to
doing what
support
she's
my
supposed to
son?
be
Why would I
doing.
move and risk
I feel
that?
like men are so confused
going
already.
with what
Bruh.
At the court, there'll be
Bruh.
consequences.
I'll say it like this.
baby about to be with daddy in Atlanta.
We're not saying that he's absentee. I'm saying
Yeah,
a
nobody said
father
that, yeah.
that can write letters, send gifts, fly back and forth all
You
the
know
time.
that's not the
I'm
same
saying,
as being there every
No,
day.
I'm saying.
But they're young. They're
we already
small
established the situation isn't ideal. We're settling at this point. We're risk mitigating at this point.
Yes.
That's
As
what
a
we're
single
doing.
mom, I say he need to be there, living
I
in
hear
the
what
same
you're
state.
saying.
I
We're
need,
trying to give him
I
some
need to be able to
advice, though.
drop
We're
my
not talking
kids
about
off.
you. We're talking about him.
Right, he need to be there for his kids.
But that doesn't necessarily mean I'm up under you all day. That doesn't mean that.
I have to see them every day for them to be
Right.
And that's so sad
hold on,
that
'cause I'm
that's
about
how
to get
y'all
off
see
off
things because he should be there every day as a
Hey,
father. That's
whoever-
real
whoever-
sad. That's real
I
sad.
feel
No
like
feelings.
men,
sad.
when it comes to men and sons, it might be a little bit different only because say as like the wife, the girlfriend, the whatever. Say you're with a man, he's a high earning man. A lot of the times they're not around as
Yeah,
much.
our time is
Bruh,
different.
I
They're
know.
not around as much. They're
I
Even
know.
in the same
working.
household.
Yo.
They
Right.
might
My
be going
husband
out of
works
state for
every
work.
day,
They
Can I-
might
can
have
I-
to
all
go
day
to
can I
long.
come to this?
But he
They're
came
not
Can I come to
home
this?
for
Hurry
the
up, so
children.
Between arguments and disagreements and military, my dad was not there for half of my childhood.
Yeah.
The call,
And you hated it,
but the phone call and just the conversation would have did me a great service. Period.
Because you need your dad.
But no, I'm saying he
Yeah,
didn't
he was
necessarily.
probably also supportive of your mother.
And he was supportive from a distance, but all I needed was those conversations. And my dad wasn't necessarily the talkative person. Y'all met my dad before. He's not necessarily a man of many words, but that's what I needed. I didn't necessarily need him coming up and, you know what I'm saying? I
Picking
needed
you up
that.
from school.
You
and
say you don't need it
making
because
you
you didn't get it.
sandwiches.
So now you just coping with what you had.
No, but I'm telling
right.
you that.
I have something else after here though. It says single father households produce the same results as two parent households.
I want to talk about that.
Well,
That's
I have a
interesting.
clip.
Play the clip.
That is
Clip.
interesting, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel away.
Hey, to whoever, whatever your
Somebody
name
just
is,
came up to me and asked me what I do for a living. I said, mind my goddamn business. They hiring too. You want me to get you an application?
Yeah, trap though, 24 shell cases.
Copyright. Is that the clip? Who put this on here?
I was gonna say what's going on.
I clicked. That's the link I clicked. Make sure.
You gotta hear this. So 70% of inmates are a product of a single parent household. What they don't tell you is that single fathers produce similar statistics of those of homes with two parents, while single mothers don't. So the key to keep your children out of prison is the father. But mothers are awarded custody 90% of the time. Women are incentivized to leave a marriage, and prisons profit $74 billion a year. Am I thinking too much, or is there some sort of plan here? Stay hungry, my friends. Never thirsty.
Go ahead. I heard you. Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't know who that guy was, so you're familiar
Yeah,
with
who
him.
is he? Why can't we trust
I don't
him?
even think he's the same.
Oh, okay.
I feel a way about that.
I do think I'll just start just to get us warmed up. I do think that there is a concerted effort to funnel black men into the prison system. Period. I think that's just the new age slavery.
Why is it just black men? About single parent fatherhood?
He's talking
about prison.
I'm just talking about prison.
Oh,
and you know
okay.
what?
The first statistic on there, he
we can
said
take it off black
70%.
men.
Yeah,
We'll say I think there's a concerted effort to get men out of the house. Period. To get men out of the house. I think so. I think you can.
Yeah, it's definitely
minority men.
No, I agree with y'all on that. I'm saying on a wider scale, I think there's a war against masculinity, period.
There is.
I think you can control people better when there's less masculinity. I think that's just it.
Because masculinity is not as.
That's why I said there's more pressure on the
malleable
men
as
to
femininity.
be protectors and to fight. Stop going for these younger women that's easy to manipulate.
What?
Stand
Don't
up.
look at me
ain't
like
the
that.
fight.
Masculinity
No,
is
I'm-
what I say.
No. I'm coming against that. The fight, black men, the fight is not against these women, period. Period.
No, against us,
and
no. It's
we
fighting
talked on the
for your
last.
women.
Me and Kadeem kind of touched on the last. When you put your hands up in front of somebody, you are establishing them as a peer. We are not establishing black women as peers or equals to black men. I am sorry.
No.
The war is against black men. Black men have to learn who their enemy is, and it's not your woman. It's not your woman.
That's right.
The fight. That's what I'm saying. The fight isn't with them.
No.
It's not.
No.
And I did want to.
That's what we're doing.
No, I did want to say even. Oh yeah, I do want to drop a bomb for that because a lot of people are coming to our podcast and they're new to it, and I did want to say like there's a space on the internet that we're finding ourselves in, right? And it's not on that gender war side. This is not the place you're going to come to hear us bashing women or on the other end pandering to women. We're not going to do either one of those. We're going to keep it objective. We're going to keep it honest. We're going to keep it true. And this is also not a place where we're coming here to like we're not giving a whole bunch of advice. We're talking about what we really are dealing with. And like Chris is saying, we're not here to battle women, not our women, and we don't believe women are equal to men here. They're not. It's not true. Feminism made everybody feel like they was equal. Like there is a plan to get men out the household. We talk about black men here because we're all black. That's our community.
But
And
even,
we're
even the statistics, because I like Els was saying, and we want to be honest. At the end of the day, it wouldn't be as polarizing if the statistics would say it was all men. He's right. Black men are incarcerated 4 to 5x more than other. So even if we were all white, it's still black men. It doesn't change this.
It doesn't matter.
Agreed. And I just want to say, when I say we're not equal, I'm saying that y'all can do some stuff we can't do.
Facts. Right. That's all. That's all that means.
Like it ain't even to say we just not the same. And I'm not gonna sit here and want to go to war with y'all. I don't want to war with y'all. I want to build with y'all. Yeah, that might lead us to argue, whatever, debate. But the intention isn't. That's not it. The intention isn't to fight. I'm sorry.
So back to the question.
Yeah, go.
Talk about single father households produce same results as 2-parent households. What's your thoughts?
I think just it comes from a logical base. I think when you're in the house with your father, it's more militant. It just streamlines the process. When my dad, he was in the military, he brought that drill sergeant shit right on home to us.
Yeah.
It's not even about that though, Chris. It's like even like in any kind of household, like your dad just happened to be in the military. But I'm sure I haven't had any experience with anybody's household. But usually the saying is, wait till your father gets home. Your father's the rearer of the household. So if you have a single father, he still has that aspect even in his household.
Yeah.
Not when you have a black mom and a white dad. My mom is the one that took care of all that.
We're talking about black men.
We ain't waiting for our dad for nothing.
Yeah,
I think the logical extreme.
No disrespect, but we're talking about black men.
I think it is more balanced when there's both. We already established that.
Yeah.
But I think the logical extreme is more beneficial than the more emotional extreme.
Yes.
Because when you coddle kids too much, the world is not built like that.
Right.
It's more pragmatic. So when you come out here, you got to be more logical. You can't be emotional. And when black men are emotional, I think this is what leads to, y'all probably, women being in the situations that y'all been in, is because the men were overly emotional. They didn't know how to deal with any kind of boundaries. They didn't know how to deal with any kind of consequences. So that's what produces those kind of
Probably
men.
because they was in a single mother household.
Right, that's what I'm.
without a
That's
father.
what.
What the stats said basically was single fathers produce the same results as two parent.
And like I said, I probably will take a little bit different, but I actually agree with Chris. Only reason why I won't say same results because we don't really understand what results we're actually tracking.
Mhm. Yeah.
But I will say that I'm probably still more of a fan that maybe holistically, kind of what Chris said is that balance, is that I still think somebody that probably has the ideal Bill Cosby father and mother scenario, that result of that person is probably going to be a little bit more well-rounded because they'll
Yeah.
have the emotional ability to communicate while at the same time they'll have the discipline. But if we were talking about results as far as like maybe financial results, if we're talking about education results, if we're talking about their ability to contribute back to society, I could see that from a father perspective. The only reason why I have to be inconclusive here is because I'm just not sure what result we're in reference.
The statistics are 50% false because
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Right, single father, like he's gonna have a new woman, or he's single all by himself
Single father, like he's taking care of the kids.
with no woman.
Shoot, when I was a single father, want no women around my kids ever. Period. That wasn't the case
And
on
it's
the other
the
end.
same result
And
as a two-parent household? I don't understand
I don't
that.
hold
Chris, we'll
any.
talk about that.
I don't hold any ill will on that front. I think women go out and they try to build households, especially they try to replace it. In my mind, I just wanted to be with my kids and have my little fun. I knew how to compartmentalize the two.
Did that make you feel a way?
You didn't feel the need to build another
Heck
family
no.
around
Heck
that?
no, because I was
What
trying to
you're
keep
saying?
them at bay.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I introduced you, I told them, I was like, yo, if you ever met Kennedy, I'm thinking about marrying you.
super serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I think that's important.
So what would you say then? Because I often feel like a serious degree of dissonance, like in my spirit, because that statistic, single fathers produce the same results as two-parent households, right? We all have an understanding that two-parent households are supposed to be the standard, that's supposed to be the ideal, whatever. A lot of single mothers feel like they have to compensate, and I have to compensate by trying to be a little bit more masculine.
That word
I feel
feel.
that.
It's that word
right?
feel.
But I'm not
See,
that
and
way.
I think what Chris
But
just said-
I'm not that way.
But I don't think a man would be out here trying to compensate for
Of
what a
course
woman
not.
would bring. We would
But I'm
just do
saying,
what we do.
What would you say?
No, but
to
Chris
do?
said it. Chris said it though, and I thought it was dope. I think he should restate it. Is I think women compensate because they have this innate idea to build families,
Yeah,
build homes.
exactly.
So the idea,
And men
so
is the
so
head
so,
of the
so,
household.
so but wait. So if you have this innate desire to build a home, you have two options. You either are going to try to supplement it by trying to be more masculine, or you're
Or
going to
bring
try to
another
supplement
guy
by
in.
bringing another guy in. But either way, the concept of the mission is still the same. I'm trying to build a home. Women feel as soon as they have a kid, they have this idea that I need to make it a home.
Make the nest.
Innately. So to your point, I feel like at the end of the day, men don't necessarily, we don't feel that way
No.
innately. We don't feel like a home is a metaphor of me being this masculine or feminine. or I
What
gotta
kind
bring
of men
someone
are we talking about?
Because you would
Because
need
my
a man to
husband went
make a
out and
home.
got a woman
why I'm
immediately
trying
to
to
replace
adopt
him.
a
But you know what though?
I'm gonna
He'll-
teach her how
I'll
to pod
call
after this.
him.
She's gonna be great on the podcast.
I'll
She
call
can be
him
good
and
about it.
he's out, and I'm like, "Where are the kids?" He at home with my kids are at home with his girlfriend. So he's doing the same thing he used to do with me. And now he just got her as a replacement, and
Can't
I'm
call
able to
that.
be free and live my dreams out.
I can't call.
I'm not gonna lie, because I
think-
would approach it more on Chris's side.
As
I
far
wouldn't
as
bring
me,
no
I'm
woman
like
around my
him.
kid.
I don't want no one around my kids. So no one has met my kids, but he's already got another woman living in his house and a new home, taking care of our kids.
That's scary.
Which
He's
I
a
would,
weird
which
guy.
I would
No,
like.
it's that
No,
it's that-
I would rather him have a woman because I don't want him doing it by himself. I would rather him go out and get a babysitter.
No, it's
And
that.
if he's
It's, but
paying
it's,
her with sex, then that's on her.
that's the scarcity that Willie talks about. I think with me, there wasn't no scarcity. I know y'all gonna have jokes, but I
Ain't
knew.
no joke, it's a
but
fact.
I knew
It's a
no,
fact.
no,
Hold
on
up,
some
hold
real
up.
shit.
You Chris Patterson. Ain't no scarcity, nigga.
But for real, there wasn't no scarcity because I knew on my off days when I didn't have
What's up?
Kennedy.
Everybody want to shoot.
I think a man
It's a
should
party.
have another
So, I
woman
mean-
in there. I think a man is the one that wants to build the home again.
Nah,
No.
I was
lot of
cool.
women stay
I was
single.
cool.
Himself.
A
I
lot
was
of
cool
women
with just
stay
me and
single. They
Kennedy. When
can't
Kennedy
get
was
no
over,
man to
that's when it was a home.
Look,
I don't think a home.
It's hard
like
to
we
get a man to
said.
replace because you've already had the kids.
How many single fathers do you really see? They got another woman coming in there. You see a lot of
But
single
y'all,
mothers
man,
can't
I
get
posted,
another man.
No, I posted
they
a
don't
video
get
on
married
this.
again. A
Y'all
lot
are
of them.
naturally
They stay
pessimistic,
single
and people
mothers.
killed me for it. That's the natural pessimism of y'all. Y'all feel like if I'm in the house with just two kids, that's not a home. That's a fucking home.
Yeah.
When it was just me and Kennedy, and I was
broken
making
home, but
dinner,
it's a home.
and it's not a broken. No, that's what I'm saying. That's the killer.
Wow.
When Lydia and Dean are in the house, that's a home.
Yeah.
Period.
So why are the results not the same as a 2-parent household?
Because you try, like he said, because you're trying to supplement something.
They created instead of
being-
I'm saying
Your home isn't made. No, they had a mom and a dad.
No, you
so
can
if something
have
is missing,
you
then
can have a
therefore
home.
it's broken.
You can have a no, but you, no. The brokenness isn't the physical aspect. You can be you can have a home with a dad, with a mom, and 4 or 5, 6 kids. And the dad be beating the mom, the dad be cheating on them. They just doing
But
shit
it's a
foul.
complete
That's not a home.
It's dysfunctional.
That's a
but
broken
it's
home
complete
right there.
That's more of a broken
That's
home.
more of a
Well,
broken
it's
home.
a complete home. It's dysfunctional.
Chris, can I
If
ask
you
a
got
question?
somebody
Can I-
missing, like
can I
the
ask a
mother or
question?
father,
I
then
wanna
it's
support you.
broken or incomplete.
So it's not a home if me and this person we co-parent, we both love the kid.
Healthily.
She lives
Yeah.
in one spot, I live in another.
That's a family.
We come
That's
together
family.
for special
Yes.
holidays.
That's a family.
Do we have a home?
Y'all
Or
a
is it
family.
broken?
Y'all a family.
skewed,
That's a family.
No,
that's
is it
family.
broken or is it a home?
What kind of family is that? Because a family is a mother and a father and
But
children.
You just said he had all those components
But we had
to
all
it.
those components. We just
Just because you added your friend that you care about,
It's a broken
that
home, but it's
she
a
ain't the
healthy-
mother.
But so how are we defining broken?
Environment.
Broken just means physical.
I would say segmented, not broken.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm
Lily's
asking.
Call it
example is a
call it all
segmented
the
home.
names you want. It's incomplete. Let's just
It's
put
incomplete
it on
because of the
that.
physical,
Fair.
right? You're
Yeah.
saying?
Because not the mother and the
It's
father
more
are
physical.
biological mother.
But that's what I'm saying because they're not physically in the space and not romantic.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm so sad. My 2 baby. First, I have 3 boys. 7, 6, and 5. Then we had 2 baby girls. We always wanted
Man,
a
I was
girl.
going crazy. God damn.
We got
Yeah.
a 1 and
Back
a
to
half
back
year
to
old,
back.
and we got a newborn baby girl, 4-month-old. So we finally got our baby girls. Now he wanted to have threesomes. I'm not with that. He wanted.
Let me
to have
ask you a
somebody
question.
in
Can I ask you a
relationship.
question?
I'm not with that.
Can I
But
ask-
wait. So he told me my thing is that's my family. He's my family no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
He can see the kids whenever he wants. Him trying to take the kids from me, I got a problem with that. You got a new girlfriend. That's okay. I needed some help. I wasn't happy being that stay-at-home mom. I'm happy he has a new girlfriend. She can watch the kids and he can go and work or whatever, and I can go out with my sister and we could do whatever.
Did y'all talk? But did y'all have those talks where you weren't?
He didn't care about what I wanted. It's domination and control, like your homeboy was saying back then.
Okay.
As long as I was at the house, he could go do whatever he wanted with whoever he wanted.
Oh,
as long
okay.
as I'm at home taking care of the kids. Now she the babysitter.
Okay, so was it necessarily the stay-at-home aspect that you weren't at peace with, or it was the fact that he was just going? You know what I'm saying? If he was coming home,
he treated me, and I didn't like being at the home.
So you didn't feel
every day with all the
appreciated.
kids, and there wasn't enough money to take care of. Like I would have liked to have a housekeeper sometimes,
but
or a
basically,
babysitter.
but basically, long story short, you didn't feel reciprocated or appreciated in that aspect. Okay. So,
But he was working all the time. So I know that all the stress was on him too. So, but I cared more about what he was going through than he cared about what I was going through.
okay.
At home.
You weren't
every day.
being reciprocated.
Yeah, there
That's
were no
it.
check-ins there.
Well, shoot,
He was paying all the
were
bills.
were you being loyal? Were you
I
loyal
was
to your
completely
marriage?
loyal.
Yeah, bro. Whatever his name is, bro. Wise up, man.
Especially if she
Why is
said
that?
she would have been cool with you going to get another
Yeah,
one.
why-
No.
You
He asked me,
playing.
and I wasn't. He
Oh,
was
you-
like, "Why don't you just
now
let me
you
cheat
are.
on you?"
Oh.
I was like, "It was random too, a random
hold on,
question."
come on.
I was like, "What?"
Hold on. Yeah, what did he just? Yeah, what did he
We,
say?
we were walking from Walmart. We just went grocery shopping. We were going to the car, and he was like, "Why don't you just let me cheat on you?"
He framed it wrong. He didn't play it right.
And you might
I was like, "What?"
A smarter man would have brought that to you with a better
Different, way
packaging. Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Way
he wildin'.
different.
Look at Elliot's face.
He would say,
Hey,
he didn't know how to talk.
I do not want to keep you guys
Sexual
here all day.
horizons or
There's a lot happening, so I'm going to cut some of these topics off the list. We're going to do some of them on another time. Are there any up there? Do we want to talk about Dana White? Do we
I
want
think
to
they
talk?
want to do the frequency.
Oh, y'all did.
Let's
wanna-
do the frequency and let's do Dana White.
After
Okay.
I pee.
Was she,
God damn it.
No, you don't count. You don't have to say it if you're not on camera. Jesus Christ.
There's a camera.
All right. Anyway, so which one y'all want to do
Yeah.
first? What does the frequency of sex mean in a relationship?
You gonna have to explain that question, bro.
A lot of sex, a lot of love.
So no, it mean. Is that what it means? If it's a lot of sex. That's what the question really meant. Like, does it mean more?
The amount.
Me and
Yeah.
my husband
Amount
had
of
sex
times
like
we're
2 to
doing
3
it?
times, like every day.
Well, we know y'all got 8 kids,
2 to 3 times
5.
every day.
Yeah.
What the hell?
and he still cheated.
7 days.
Except for when he was fighting with me.
Oh no
He
no
was
no
like,
no
"Take
no no
2
no
days
no.
off."
Hold on, Anna.
For 7 days.
To be quite personal, you know what's crazy? Nah, I said it.
I felt
But,
like he was just using me.
That sound like an addiction, yo.
Yeah.
If if you are giving him sex 2 to 3 times a day,
Yeah, I think he had a sex addiction.
And he still went out and got it somewhere else.
A lot of times it felt like
Damn,
he was
Elliot.
just using my body
No,
instead of.
that's a real question. Was it good?
Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't satisfying for me. It was just
I
like
think a
he
lot
just
of men
wanted to
suffer
come.
from that,
So
yo.
you were satisfying him.
He just wanted to come, I felt like, and was using my body to come
That's an addiction. That's an addiction.
every day.
That's an addiction. I would tell somebody that who went to the gym 4 and 5 times a day. You're addicted to the gym.
Oh yeah, I think he was definitely
Were you
addicted.
keeping it like spicy in the bedroom? Like, were y'all doing the same shit?
For me, it was a chore.
Damn.
I wasn't excited about it
But you know we can
a
feel
lot.
that, right?
It was just like, okay, fine.
You know we can feel that, right?
Oh no, he forced me a lot of times. If I didn't want to have sex with him, he would be like, okay,
Hold
sleep
up, hold
on
up,
the
hold up,
couch,
hold up.
get
Time
out my
out.
bed.
Time out. We're on a platform. You got to clear up how he. What did that mean?
Please don't.
Oh no.
I'm
that's,
married, and as
So?
a married
A
woman,
lot
my
of people
body
don't-
is like.
A lot of
his.
people don't believe that in 2023.
Believe what?
I had
because you're
religious
married.
views.
That here.
I had religious views.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to word that different. Though.
That's crazy.
Even my mom was like, "Well, you know, your body is actually his." In the
No,
Bible.
it's not, bro.
In the Bible.
I mean, biblically speaking.
If that's how she meant it, that's what we mean here on the pod right now. Because you said that sounded
Hey, so,
wild
man,
crazy.
no, I want to get different perspectives. So I respect.
Please
that
do.
perspective.
Will. Please. Hold on, let my man chime
Right,
in.
yeah. So I wanted to hear for you, Lydia. What does sex mean for you as far as frequency in a relationship? Like, how does the two play a role in like where you stand at in a relationship?
Frequency, I would say the happier I am, the more I want it.
Yes. Yes.
What about you, Els?
I'm kind of aligned with that a little bit. I think the number of times doesn't really matter. I think it's how I feel when we do interact that way. So if I feel a bond or connection when we do that, happen to have sex, that's more important to me.
Even if it was once a week.
Even if it was even if it was once a week, I know that's not
once was
ideal.
fine.
I know it's exactly.
Wait.
I'm just asking because it is about frequency too.
It's not ideal though. It's not ideal. But if
What about you, bro?
happy at.
Yeah. So the way
I was talking about libido, though.
Hey guys. So just from a production perspective, let's just get clear, concise answers from everyone. So I think for me, I think sex frequency usually, and I know I always go back to this. I think you can chart it kind of to what you guys are both saying. I think when we're happier, when our connections are good, when we're less arguing, there's less friction. There's not like financial issues. There's not like drama in the relationship.
Yes.
The intimacy spikes.
I don't agree with that.
We gotta let people finish their
Okay.
thoughts. So what I'm saying is that, but I also think that in a lot of healthy relationships, you can start to track unhealthy parts of the relationship as the sex starts to reduce. If we're arguing more, we're fighting, there could be potential abuse. As guys start to pull away, we're not being as attractive. I do think there's a correlation between sex frequency and the state of the relationship. I do think it's rare what you had, and I still respect it, where the relationship could be withering away, but the sex frequency is still high. I do think that's more of an anomaly. I usually do believe what you guys are saying. There's a correlation between happiness, involvement, intimacy, and how I feel about you directly correlated to sex. Most women will say they don't even have the desire to be intimate with the man when there's friction or there's anger or they're not feeling really connected to the man, because then you do start to feel used. So women will say that all the time. Women will say, hey, it's hard for me to even get excited if I'm fighting with you, if I'm stressed out. Yeah, they may do it as an obligation, but it's not true intimacy. So even you said that even in your answer that there was a switch between intimacy and then doing a job.
Yeah, it's like a
because the
chore.
relationship was there was friction.
It's also a stress relief.
Absolutely.
What about
Sex
you,
is a
Chris?
Stress relief.
And I do want to challenge that. It should not be though. Even though I know we say it, I know that's more nomenclature.
but statistics.
No, I agree with you. But that kind of goes back to what Chris is saying, and I actually sometimes like to oppose Chris, but I don't think that is healthy. It's not healthy to look at sex as a stress relief, because it should be an intimacy. It should be a way we're sharing our emotions to drive closer. If I'm using you just as a stress relief, that is more of an addiction. Yeah. That's what most people who are addicted to porn will say. Oh, I'm so stressed out, I got to go jack off. Hey, I'm so stressed out, I got to smoke a cigarette. I'm so stressed out, I got to drink. If we're looking at sex in the same way that we take out our emotions as a stress relief, we're losing the real bond of intimacy with that
now
person.
we're talking about healed people and unhealed people,
Absolutely.
and that's like
That's
the
true.
whole more.
Totally agree with you.
Let me get that. Yeah, let me get their answers too.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I go. I
That nigga
agree
smart,
with I agree with Elliot and Lydia. I think as I get older, I'm starting to see that the build up and the foreplay and just I don't know, the build up of tension is much more fun to me. Like the sex is like the cherry on top. It's great. We're not knocking that. But I just think, just that build up when we're laughing, having a good time, you looking at me a certain way. I think that stuff is more enjoyable. That's the journey of it. And I think that I don't want to be corny, but I think it's just that journey it's as I get older, it's just becoming more enjoyable.
Of course.
to me.
Hold up. All that tail he got as a youth.
No, but not even on no jokes. But I actually
I
agree.
got a joke.
I think no, but I think like it's the idea that sex in a relationship starts in the morning. It starts with everything in the lead up. Chris is
Right.
100% right. It starts with our intimacy, our conversation, our connection. And he's right. It's like if we think of it that way, I do think that as we're losing some of that, we lose some of that connection in sex and frequency. So I do think they're correlated. I think that if you ask like most unhealthy couples, or you ask couples that are separated or divorced, if you start getting into like their sex frequency, I do believe there's a direct correlation.
Yeah, it's a drop off.
Right. There's a drop
Bro,
off.
I'm telling you, you
Tiffany.
forgetting the. Oh my bad.
I mean, yeah. The more I get, the more I want. As long as it's good.
Right.
And when
No matter if
we're
you're happy or
down,
not?
when we're having hard times, a lot of time I don't want to, but
It'll make you feel better.
if I do, we might get back on track.
It could be a touch
I
base.
agree with that completely.
I think. Well, what
Always
Willie said, Willie's on
But
point
is
with
that a Band-Aid
Willie's on point with what he said, but I think that's in an extreme sense.
When you're hurt, you need
I
a
think
Band-Aid.
sometimes sex, when you're going through your hard times, I think sex can be a good way to
reconnect,
refresh.
right.
Yeah.
But when you get addicted to that, and every time y'all go through something, y'all got to be fucking. That's when I start.
never
to get
was.
rough.
It's got to be small things.
Okay,
but Chris,
I don't
something,
think
you
that's
know,
a
that
refresh though,
we
because
can
I'll
get back
still
together.
feel the same fucking way.
Right.
You'll feel better.
Well,
Well, no, I've
we
never
get
been a fan
intimate,
of the.
and then
like,
and then we do the pillow talk, and now we can
No,
talk, and we
no, but
come
can
to
I-
our
but-
agreements.
but-
You know, feelings have changed a little bit.
Like
but no.
Yeah, but with the action to follow.
No, but I do agree with that. But it's like you guys said, it's like one of those like one-off things, or second, like it should be in the minority, because I do think that sometimes the lack of intimacy can create a stress in other areas. So I do agree with that.
Yeah.
But to Chris's point, to sum it back up, I do think if that's our go-to, that hey, I'm only having sex with you because I had a bad day at work, so I'm gonna come
Right.
fuck you real quick.
Right.
That is not the intimacy that I think most women desire. Most
Right.
women want
That's
to
not
be
the
desired.
intimacy I desire.
Right.
I don't want that,
Bro,
I
I'm
want to
trying
set a
tell
vibe.
you,
Right.
the
What about
climax-
you're my
the climax
person
is
and I want
cool,
to have sex
but
with you?
I
Because you're
think
my
it's just a
person.
thing when you get older, yo. I'm just enjoying.
Yeah, setting a
I'm just
vibe is
enjoying.
fine.
Y'all gonna laugh. I'm just enjoying
we're not
being
gonna
in
break
that
up over
motherfucker
the
for real.
thing. So
No, for real. I'm just enjoying it, and I think it's just
I wanna have
about.
sex. I'm gonna have sex with you.
Yo, when we was younger, it was yo. I'm gonna make you come 8 times. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna get you multiples or something. But
I mean, that's
great.
exciting.
But that's like, yo, let's just enjoy each other, dog.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, period. That shit's gonna come naturally. No pun intended. Let's just enjoy each other.
That's true though.
Boom, boom.
All point. No,
Yeah.
but
That's like it's like a long-term gratification versus short-term. Normally, an orgasm is a short thing that lasts a few seconds, whatever. But if you're just enjoying the way the coochie feels,
Don't
it's
say coochie
warm,
on my
it's
platform.
soft, y'all vibing, your skin
Yeah,
is
Lydia, talk
touching.
that
That's
shit.
a long-term
Yeah.
thing.
Gross.
It's a sensual
It's not
thing
gross
going
at all.
on.
That is not
You know what I'm
gross.
saying?
I
That's a
know.
long-term thing. That could last for hours. We could do
But
that for
even
hours
if you're
before you get
fighting,
30
you
seconds.
should
But no,
still have
Lydia.
sex.
But Lydia.
All right, off it.
Okay. My
Because
bad.
I got involved.
You know, I know. No, it's true.
I was right.
I'm like,
All right.
we should take Lydia to putt at 12 years old.
Facts.
Now she's talking about.
Now she's talking about coochies.
I know.
Fucking gross.
My coochies are gross.
Gross.
You better not say coochies are gross after that shit you said
No.
earlier.
Right. I'm like, what's
No,
going on?
you can't say the shit you
I
said
have been
earlier
described
and then
as
say coochies are
feline.
gross
I
on
have
one
been described
episode.
as
You are a
sultry.
nasty man. No,
I'm
Lydia,
like,
stop.
what's going on?
Lydia, stop.
Coochies?
We have to get this man.
Shooting this man.
No, I
This
said-
man said.
I
This
said-
man said we gotta shoot this man club up and said coochies are gross.
No, I said her
Yo,
saying
It's
coochie
looking
is
bad.
gross.
There you go.
Anyway,
Listen, I'm a
Dana
sultry
White, I'm gonna play the
individual.
video on the screen for y'all to see it. It's music behind it because they were in the club, so I gotta mute all that. Did y'all see what happened with Dana White? He runs UFC. He was in the club, Cabo, for New Year's Eve with his wife, Anna White. No pun intended. And I guess they were arguing. They were drinking his New Year's Eve, and she slapped him, and he promptly slapped her back.
Oh,
Hey,
twice?
hey, can I tell y'all a story?
Yeah.
Can I have a story time?
Yes, let's do it.
Story time with Briss.
You slapped somebody when you were
Oh yeah, that's a wild time. That's where you want to interject your story.
Here it goes. I slapped my wife. Look. Go ahead.
You slap the dog shit out of her. No.
Go ahead, Briss.
Story
I
time
was
with
in,
Briss.
nah,
I
I was in middle school.
Story
yo.
time with
It was in
Briss.
middle school, yo.
Right.
We was on the bus, and I was just standing up joking people, right? And this, I hope she's not watching. This big white chick, right? She was like, "Yo, if you say a joke about me, I'm gonna slap you when we get off the bus." I was like, "Yo, if you slap me when we get off this bus, I'm gonna slap you back." Period. And we got off the bus. I said my joke. She said, "All right, bet. When we get off the bus, I'm gonna slap shit out you." She slapped me.
Did she slap the shit out you?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Nah, and I slapped her so hard, like you know, if people fall against you and like slide down you.
You slapped a white girl, bro.
Slap the highlights out of her hair.
No, I slapped the shit out of her ass.
All right,
And I say that to say this. Even still, if we gonna say we are men and we are in this place, then we shouldn't be meeting fire with fire in that aspect. So
I agree with that.
I
agree. Yeah, I agree.
Baby Chris was wrong.
No.
Yeah, no, and I mean, just on my stance on it. At the end of the day, like as men, we should never be putting our hands on women.
Absolutely.
Even and if a woman really respects you, she won't put her hand on you. The boundary should be the moment she puts her hands on you, you should give her the gift of absence.
Yep.
Yes.
I agree.
Know when to walk away.
Yep. No, you know what? Fuck that. If a woman is threatening your life, knock her ass out. I'm sorry.
What? Wait,
No,
that
she's
was
no.
She's threatening your life.
No.
She's threatening your life.
I had to say that. No. If a woman pulls out a gun, a knife,
Yes, but I'm saying that was
I don't
quite
even
a
care
jump
if it's a
from talking
frying
about
pan.
overlapping.
No, it's not because he said we should never. So now he had to.
There's
go
a
back and
there's
double
always
down, like,
something in there.
wait, there's
Now,
a caveat.
what I did want to talk
saying you're wrong.
But just my statement still holds true. If she's putting her hands on you, it's more than likely a woman's not going to threaten your life. He just brought an object. Now it's no longer hands.
Right.
Other things.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, but if she puts your hands on you and you, as a man, you put your hands back, she'll probably think about that twice before she ever does it.
Oh yeah, it's over. No, it's over. I think it should
Because
be.
you shouldn't touch a man just because you're a female.
But you know, it's wild. I think that it should be over.
The
relationship?
Ever.
On both
You should never
sides.
go back to them ever.
I told my wife, I was like, if you put your hands on me, I think the only thing that would make us continue is you would have to go get help, like real help.
No, but Chris, I love what Chris
To deal
said
with
that.
your abuse?
No.
Therapy.
No,
she should get therapy.
Chris is saying something
Anyway.
so fucking dope.
Everybody.
Because people because this is the thing. Is people really, and we got to do a whole episode of this, they don't understand what boundaries really are. If you really set a real boundary, a boundary says Chris has 2 kids with this woman, he's married, he loves her, and he's still saying that there's an aspect in the relationship where if you cross this, I have to leave.
Yeah.
And that is the most respectful thing you can do in a space. By saying, hey, here's a boundary for me. And this is the problem. Everybody thinks everything's a boundary. Everything's not a fucking boundary. Your boundaries are probably going to be 1 to 3 things. These are things that says no matter how dope the marriage is, if you do this, I have to go. One of his boundaries is, hey, my wife, if you put your hands on me, I gotta go. I gotta go. So she now knows from a respect level, hey, I can call him names, I can kick his shoes, I can do whatever I want to, but if I put my hands on him, he's gonna go. She's gonna have utmost respect because guess now what? If she puts his hand on him, he has to stand on it. And that's the only way she's gonna respect you if you stand on it.
Yeah.
If you stay, your word is bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That part.
I think I will say, just to be technical, put your hands on her. If she slaps you and she hold on.
Hey, Tiffany was like,
can't even finish his sentence.
buddy,
If you slap me right now, right? Let's say you're not done, because typically when y'all hit, y'all not done. So I have to put my hands on you. I think it should be just be putting your hands on to restrain.
To restrain.
To restrain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because to be honest with you, when y'all are to that point, walking away,
It ain't gonna do it.
walking away.
Yes, walk away.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
because
walk
they'll
away.
follow. Like, they'll be on the back.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I think-
no, walk away and leave. Go somewhere else.
No, but I'm saying when shit is that high and that's up, y'all ain't giving us that choice to walk away. That hurts y'all. The walk away, because I agree, the walk away is what you should aspire
you need
to
to
do.
walk away
But the
fast.
walk away
You need to
hurts
walk
y'all
away.
more than hitting back.
Because
And that's the story that they don't want to tell.
That's not true.
The walk away definitely can flare things up.
The walk away, no, I'm
For
telling
sure.
you, the walk away hurts
So can
more.
the
The
restraint.
walk away hurts them more. I'm
But that-
telling
but
you,
that's-
especially for a woman. I'm not saying for a woman that's not hitting you. If a woman is not hitting you, you just hitting her because she didn't make you the right dinner tonight.
wild.
That's wild. But if she hits you, the walk away is gonna hurt her way more than the hit back. I'm telling
Normally,
you.
if a woman hits you, she wants a response.
That's what I'm saying. She wants.
She might not want a
Normally,
physical
if a
response,
woman
but
does
she wants
anything amongst
something
these
from you.
things we're
Oh,
speaking
she
of,
want to
she
get
wants
that
a response.
aggression out. Is
Yeah,
what she wants.
she wants something from you.
Yeah, but Chris is right. Even though I understand that, like Chris is giving practical advice, and then I still think we have aspirational advice. Aspirational advice says you hit me, I got to remove myself, especially because we know when things are up, temperatures can go where they need to go, and we don't know what the response will be. Like you said, you might go reach to grab her. Next thing you know, she's telling the cops, you put your hands on her.
Yes.
So the aspirational thing is, men, please walk away.
Walking away
There's a
is
practical
the
advice
answer.
also to say de-escalate the situation so that it doesn't continue to get violent. Both can be true. But I think the bigger thing is if we got to get to these points of where we're communicating these boundaries so that women at least understand, like, hey, this isn't a guy to be hit. At the end of the day, women respect men when they understand real boundaries.
Mhm.
There's certain men that they just know if she goes dates Chris Brown or Drake or whoever, she's not going to punch him in his face. She's going to have enough respect to say, hey, I have reverence for this guy.
Mhm.
I'm not going to punch him in his face. She should feel the same way about you.
Yes. Mhm.
She should say, hey, this guy is someone that has 3 things that I know he's gonna walk away. And girls know it. Women are so smart, they know your boundaries, they know the limits that they're willing to push.
Right.
And so the fact is, if you let her hit on you and you stay, she now knows it's not a real boundary.
Yes.
And this is my most fascinating question. I ask women this a lot. Any woman that's dealt with domestic violence, I always ask them, what did you do the first time he hit you? Because that sets the tone for the rest of the space.
You teach people how to treat you. Period.
Right. From that moment on, and they literally go, "Why do you want to?" I'm like, "What did you do?" Because that man now knows, hey, whatever just happened, you have either accepted or denied it. If women walked away every time that the first time they got hit, the domestic violence cases will get smaller. Most women who deal with domestic violence has a history of domestic violence with that person.
Yeah.
I've been married twice. My first husband let me know that his ex hit him, and that was it. He said, if you ever hit me, the relationship's done. I knew to never hit him.
I love what you just said.
In the beginning.
Mhm.
My second marriage was domestic violence. I did leave the first time he hit me. I left every time he hit me.
Good.
And
But
that
that
didn't
implies that
stop
you
the
kept coming
relationship.
back.
I thought leaving was the change. Like, oh, I'm going to leave. If you hit me, that didn't work.
No, it's like leave.
That did not
Yeah,
work.
we're saying leaving.
Right, you have to leave for good, and that's
Yes.
not what I wanted because I already had a child with him. So I wanted him to.
Can I share
For me,
something?
family is so big. I wanted to make our family last forever.
Can I share something?
So when he started treating me bad, it was like, okay, I'm leaving.
No, but
there was never any
but
change.
and this is for everyone. Then I know this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck. That it's not a true boundary. A true boundary says no matter how much you love somebody, no matter how much what you invested in someone, I have to stand on this.
Mhm.
That's when it becomes a true boundary. A true boundary says that even because this is when you really get to flex that muscle. We all work out in the gym until you really got to use it. When you really learn your boundaries, it's going to be when it's the hardest to implement. You still walk away.
Mhm.
That's when you know it's a real boundary.
Yeah.
So walk
So
away
let
for
me
good
say
is what
this.
you're
Yeah,
saying.
Yes, yeah, no,
But
we,
that's what I'm
that's what I
That's
mean.
the sad
But-
part,
but-
because then what about,
No, but
you
you
know,
have
just
to-
learn your lesson?
But this is
Why
what's
we got to
crazy.
end it completely?
No, but this is going to be
me-
crazy. This is what everybody's going to understand. And as this is going to be controversial. Domestic violence, women getting hit is not every woman's boundary. Some women can get slapped in the fucking face, cry, spend a couple days, and stay in the relationship. We women think domestic violence should all be women's boundaries. Some women go, "Oh, women should leave on it." No, everybody has individual boundaries, and that's what's
Right.
scary.
Yo.
So let me say this, right? Because
And I'm trying to wrap up the pod.
Right, I'm gonna be short. I'm meeting somewhere in between the two, right? Because when I experienced domestic violence for the first time, no boundaries had been established. We hadn't had that definitive talk for me to say, if you do this, this will happen, right? So it happened, and then we came to a discussion after that, and I said, if you do this, now I'm setting the boundary. If it happens again, I will leave. If we're angry, no physical contact. Don't point at me. No touching. Then it happened, and I left. Then the boundary would establish. So I don't know about the first time, but definitely the second time.
I think the first time, I think some boundaries should be intrinsic.
Don't touch me, Lydia.
Some boundaries. That's what I'm saying. It's great.
Fuck outta here.
It's great that we
leave, bro.
communicate them, and I'm gonna let them go. But some things should be intrinsic. I still
Yeah.
think that the first time, how you respond, it sets the tone for the rest of the relationship.
Yeah.
That's why you did it again.
That's true.
Now he's
Great pod. I had a lot more stuff for y'all on the list, but we'll get that done on 128. You guys have been exceptional.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, y'all might have to come back again for real. I'm not playing.
love to.
Great. And everybody else, make sure you
Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Hit the bell.
I love that drop.
so
I know, thank you.
And my podcast.
Now when she watches the podcast on the TV, she like, podcast. I'm like, oh,
Dope.
I'm gonna cry. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell. We really appreciate all our new viewers and watchers and the people that are sharing, and we definitely appreciate the ones that have been rocking with us this whole time. Got a lot of great stuff on the pipeline for y'all. In the pipeline, 8 million, Nick. What's up, Nick?
Don't do that.
I couldn't help it. It hit my mind. I had to say it. Patreon coming soon. I'm gonna have L's out in the street. We about to do a live event on the 21st with Good Society. Huh? 7 what? 7 million. It was a lie.
Man,
It
let
was
him get to them
5.
events.
I remember. It
Me
was
and
5.
Chris, we would definitely, either way, it was a lie. Anyway, me and Chris got some reaction videos coming for you guys. Shout out to Matt, been helping out. Shout out to B Hood, Liddy. And I love all y'all. Really appreciate everything that's been happening. We got really
Love
good
you too,
momentum.
bro.
I was talking about the viewers, but I love y'all too.
No doubt.
That's crazy.
I mean,
You love them more than
I don't love them more, but I'm saying like you, especially you, because you see it. The momentum and the reception has been shifting.
Yeah.
In a big way. We had 3,000 followers on Instagram. Now we're already at 4,000. That's the fastest that's ever happened. We've seen a lot of subscribers click. We just started using TikTok. We got a TikTok video that's probably at 60,000 now. I ain't look at it today for real, but a lot of people doing duets and stuff, and that's just really dope that we've been in here really grinding it out. People think this is some flash in the pan thing that you're gonna do, and then tomorrow you're gonna be lit. Nah, bro, it's a lot of people. You'd be like 4 years in. We running up on that, so that to me that's dope. That's really special. So yes,
Our 3-year anniversary.
nah, we running up on 4.
4?
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
yeah, you knew.
Huh?
Anyway,
New. Don't play me. I've
like
been
I
here since
said,
episode
like my
3.
baby said, make sure you like,
3.
subscribe, hit the bell. I really, really appreciate y'all. Y'all are always welcome back, like I said. And we out.
I like podcast, Daddy.